Hold my hand in the darkness. Summer heat, bodies laid on the carpet. Eye to eye, glistening. No, I saw it. I saw it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me onto the street like at the end, so I could show it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mist and then just so that I could show it. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You know it. Yeah, you're golden.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. This is definitely going to be a really different, weird stream in comparison to what we usually do. However, it should be a lot of fun. It is BlizzCon time, boys. We're going to be watching BlizzCon together, me and you and everybody else watching. But they won't be watching us because they're our losers. We got only the coolest cats and kittens in here. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. This was kind of I should have planned for this better, but this was really thrown together. But hopefully it will work out pretty well. So we got BlizzCon in about 30 minutes. Actually, a little less than that. Let me actually show you exactly when it's happening because it's like at 5 p.m. pronto. So basically, the day when we start. The minute we usually start the stream, so we can actually put that timer somewhere above us. So if we put it right here, where's the timer? Here, this is the timer until BlizzCon is finally airing, so we'll have that hovering above our heads. Yeah, we basically just gotta burn some time until that's happening, and then we're watching together. I actually messaged Lore on Twitter, and I actually got a message back, which was super nice. I thought I was actually someone invisible. At least I feel like, you know, just a small channel, honestly. But he messaged me back, and then he posted on Twitter as well. Basically, the BlizzCon stream is co-streamable. There are some sections where there'll be licensed music, so I am going to have to be a little bit on the careful side in terms of muting things. So if I hear music that isn't part of like a game trailer or whatever, I'm probably going to have to turn it down and fiddle with the audio and have my music available at all times whenever we do the BlizzCon stream. However, that should still give us an opportunity to at least stream it and explore it and react to it and enjoy it. So this should all be good. How you boys all doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Make it a BM, feel strong right now, doing BM until Survivor gets real buffs. Yo, if you want to test out BM, AJ, right now you can actually go and test out all the Legos on PTR. I'll probably make a separate video on how to test some of the legendary changes and a bunch of Lego changes on PTR because they added the vendor to the PTR. They added a bunch of vendors that they had back in the alpha and beta where you can craft the legendary, get all the recipes, make it on a max level gear piece, so 235, so you can really truly test it, hit a train dummy, and they even have a little bit extra in terms of you're not going to be able to easily switch a covenant if you want to try stuff, but you will be able to try the new covenant and try the new conduits or max level conduits there as well. So at least you'll be able to do some kind of testing, if any, but it's better than nothing in terms of comparison to what they had initially. But they added a bunch of all those vendors so you can get honor gear, you can get all the AP, a lot more better testing. How you doing? Jan, zdoroво, drug. How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. So today's stream did start really early. Let me get the music back up and running, just because I feel a little awkward without music. Today's stream did start a little early, but we will still have our fun with it. We will most likely just play WoW and chill until BlizzCon actually gets here. And then we'll switch over to the YouTube side, wherever BlizzCon, I guess BlizzCon is going to be streamed on YouTube. And we'll watch it together, boys. How does that sound? I also got Five Guys for the first time. I did not know they do, I don't know if that's maybe what they do locally here, or if that's what all Five Guys do. but there's a whole cup of fries in here. I just polished off the burger. It was pretty good. I was actually quite surprised how good that was. I'm actually gonna put the fries over here. Here we go. That'll work out pretty well. Or at least won't be that bad. Here we go. Invite me for 501. I'm Palapolis. We're not going to be doing duels today. I guess that also should be mentioned. Today isn't a duels day. My Wi-Fi guy doesn't do fry cups. Really? I did large, so maybe it's like depends on the size of your fries. Because this looks like a large drink cup. Unless that's what they do for DoorDash, maybe. Because maybe it's easier to deliver with DoorDash like this. I got a free cup, so I guess I'll take that. But yeah, no duels today, boys. It is BlizzCon. We cannot do duels and BlizzCon at once. We literally cannot. And if you have to choose one, I'd rather do BlizzCon. So we're gonna be doing this. I thought they dumped a cup. I have no idea, honestly. I think we'll do. So I've never actually been to Five Guys like in store because I don't think we've had it until, you know, everybody been sitting inside, and then now it's on DoorDash. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna get it. Maybe because you have to drive quite a distance away, and if I'm gonna drive that far, that's basically where the movie theater and the sushi place is. I might as well go get some sushi, man. I thought they dumped the cup in a bag. Well, so I got fries for both me and my twin, and both of them came in a cup like this. There was a lot more fries in a bag. But this is a large drink that holds quite a bit of fries, and there's still a lot in there. So, don't mind me if I do. But yeah, we'll be doing the BlizzCon stream. I don't do DoorDash, so who knows? Who knows? Do these cups and put them in the bag? Okay, fair enough. I guess it's only if you do like do delivery, or if you take out, I guess. But yeah. That's pretty cool, though. It's pretty decent food. It's very similar to this other place that's more local. Alrighty, boys. Let's actually get on a WoW for a bit until that timer expires and hang out. What is the one most exciting thing you guys are excited for? I missed it. Okay, we're back. What's the most exciting part of BlizzCon that you guys are most excited for right now? I'm really excited for just the general announcements. I really want to see Diablo 4 gameplay. I want to see some in-depth gameplay of like some druid running around savagely obliterating things or whatever. That's what I really want to see. Him doesn't leak through the bag that way. Oh, it's a pretty interesting way of putting it. Huh. I guess it is pretty oily. Makes sense. That's kind of cool. I really would like to visit a place in person sometime. I think jealous of your food. I'm gonna try not to eat it too much, but how do you even pronounce it? Pakchi? Is that what it? How do you pronounce it? No, I've seen new things. Me too. Me too. I do wonder what we'll see though. Like, I know there was a bit of a spoiler video for you yesterday, but I'm pretty sure that's not a real accidental spoiler. Because I don't think Blizzard ever really leaks things. I think that was on purpose to get people excited to talk about what could be in BlizzCon, to drum up even more hype, to get people interested so they tune into the stream. So I think there's going to be even more. Like, what we saw in the leak is probably just a taste. Just a tiny little taste. Just a little... No. That's all you get. Like a massive... Oh, okay. I got disconnected. Cool. But a massive, like, thing of ice cream. Imagine just so many different scoops, so many different covers of flavors, and all you got to do is, once. And there's still a lot more to enjoy. I think that's what we're going to get, honestly. I want to see if there's a cinematic. Yeah, me too. I think that'd be really cool. There probably is going to be a cinematic. With Anduin? Bro. That's going to be so good. Hard to say. It's like Bach with the P, so... Okay, I'll need to look it up later. What's up, Emil? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. I won't ask him, sir. I feel like that's the only closest comparison I could make. But yeah, so this is gonna be the timer until BlizzCon is up. We'll be chilling until... I tried? Yeah, I'll figure it out at some point. So, is that enough time for us to like get a Torghast done, I guess? I guess it's a Torghast, right? I think we were doing some Torghast on a Hunter. They're gonna do a mobile release. Oh my god, don't get me started. Yo, let me go fix this mustache in the, let me go fix this side of mustache real quick. I'll be right back. We're waiting anyway. Alright, that's about as cleaned up as I can get. It really doesn't look any different, boys. Alrighty. Alrighty. So we got 17 minutes. I guess I'll jump into Torghast and chill there until then. What's the stream from BlizzCon look like? Hold on. Let me also set it up. Let me just find the actual stream for BlizzCon right now. Warcraft. There we go. Warcraft BlizzCon Online Day 1. Coming up. Opening ceremony on the Blizzard channel. Carbot Animations 30th anniversary. World of Warcraft, what's next? Oh, okay, so we actually can just watch it from here. This is the World of Warcraft site. So I guess there's a Blizzard Entertainment version. There's the World of Warcraft version. And I think there's another channels too. They're basically streaming it. So that's how you'll be able to... So you know how with the tickets, if you ever done virtual ticket, this is how it works. So basically, it would just let you watch it on the Battle.net app. And it would have like different rooms to go to, right? So you could watch the Diablo side of things, the Heroes of the Storm side of things, the World of Warcraft side of things, Overwatch side. And usually the opening kind of just everybody sees the same thing, and then it branches out to like, well, the Warcraft has having a tournament, Overwatch will have a tournament or whatever. So you'll just get the stuff you want to see. So it's almost like going to the different halls while they're having all these multiple presentations happening. So here instead you just go to YouTube channel that you want to watch, which works out pretty well. You're gonna make sure it's in pure crisp quality. So we have this here. We just gotta wait until it actually releases, which is when 5 p.m. hits. Okay, love seeing your reactions. It's cool stuff and chill to watch together. That's what it's all about, boys. Chilling with the boys, watching some BlizzCon together, man. That's all I really wanted to do. Like, that would be so much fun, actually being able to go there and like hang out with all of you. But yeah. What's up, username? How do my man? Streamception, like the actual term I think is called co-streaming. Let's do this Wayfinder thing, because this should be pretty easy and we'll get some free soul ash out of it. Or maybe we should do like our actual run instead. Which one of those have I done? Both are available. Soul Forges or Fractured Chambers. Maybe we should do the Jaina thing at some point. Let's just get our weekly done. Or at least start it, you know? Because I don't think we'll be able to get all of it done. We'll probably start at least part of it. TBC is the only reason to care. I'm excited about TBC too, honestly. Like a lot of you guys that watch me, you guys couldn't care about TBC, to be honest. I know a lot of my community, man. I know you guys. Some of you guys are excited for it, but not everybody. TBC is like vanilla WoW. A lot of people were like, man, maybe it'll be kind of fun, and it just wasn't, because it's just like, it's basically like same WoW. It's just like more monotonous, you know what I mean? That's how a lot of people found it to be. And that's not always false. Some people, it's a taste some people have. Like if you played back in the day, you would enjoy it. But if you never did, you might not like it as much. So we'll just wait until we get something out of it. Right, we'll find out what they're talking about. But we do know they'll be talking about BC. I'm personally excited about BC. My guildies are excited about BC. So I actually already have like a set of friends I'll be playing with in BC. But if you guys don't have a set of friends you'll be playing with BC, or like a pre-made or whatever, like that maybe could be less fun for you. You never really know, right? Because you never really know. I'm super excited about it though, but I already have guildies that are excited for it as well, so that should be enjoyable. PvP wise, I mean, TBC is much better. We'll have to wait and see. Rogue's gonna have Cloak of Shadows. You think it'll be better than Shadowlands PvP? Because Shadowlands PvP has been pretty damn good. Like, a lot of people are enjoying the Shadowlands PvP. The gearing system is really fair and really good. Very well put together. I'm a turtle, this dude. Oh my god. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Maybe it'll be good. Or maybe it'll be very similar to vanilla, because the problem that I have with vanilla is I feel like I missed the boat. Like, I should have been leveling with everybody else, because I didn't grow up with vanilla. So for me, it was just like, some parts were enjoyable, but not all of it, right? It just felt like a massive time investment. And for me, you know, with the YouTube and whatnot, like, I already invested so much time into current WoW, right? It was just, especially with BFA, it was so difficult to even get any free time to get, like, anything done with Classic. I mean, some people just straight up just gave up on BFA and went to play Classic, you know, but I have a whole channel to do, man. I have a whole channel to run. You know what I mean? I can't just walk away from it. Imagine just being like a firefighter and just being like, you know what? I don't feel like doing no more work today. That's kind of how I felt, dude. I felt like I had to get, you know, work done. So I don't know, dude. Maybe it'll be much better, but there are some really cool things that Classic, I mean, BC is doing that Vanilla didn't. First of all, world buff meta is gone. I think it'll be enjoyable because I won't have to worry about it. Second, every class brings some kind of a raid buff to the raid. So I like that idea, right? You have certain classes and specs that are generally not considered good for PvE, but they bring some sort of a buff, so you can basically play whatever playstyle you want or whatever spec you want to. And that's why people could really truly play different specs, right? Because if you thought there's a pretty big and strict meta in BFA, boy, or let's say current WoW, right? People only want mages and windwalkers for their mythic pluses. Bro, if you even try to be a bear druid for like random pugs, you get fucking yeeted from random groups inside of Classic. Or at least that's been my experience, man. Like, some people could play whatever meme spec they wanted, but dude, the pugs were just, I mean, they were just brutal. For a game where you literally, to defeat a boss inside a dungeon, you literally land inside his cast. So it's like, it doesn't seem all that difficult. Where boss mechanics are literally not nearly as difficult as what we had on live. With BFA even. People still wanted the meta. And that's just the community perception, man. I guess everybody was like, man, Classic is going to be a super, you know, hardcore experience, super hardcore time. You're going to have to play the meta or bow out. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Kren? How you doing, beautiful? What's up, Syxos? With family work, I really don't have time to play Classic, dude. It's massive. Like, it would be enjoyable, but it's a massive time investment. Like, damn. Like, if you think running your Torghast and your ults and stuff is quite a bit of an investment, Classic is a whole nother story, dude. I mean, it's probably enjoyable for some people, dude, if you have a lot of free time, but I didn't. So, trying to get a character max level up running, like, it was going slow. Like, me and Kren enjoyed it when I was leveling with Kren, but leveling together is fun, but any game to get with other people is fun. But like by itself, it was like a little bit of a slog. And maybe I just needed some more time to get into it, but I just couldn't, dude. I don't know. No 5-5 today. It's BlizzCon day, so we can't be doing 5-5 today. We're gonna be doing BlizzCon stuff instead. We're gonna be watching BlizzCon together, BlizzCon watch party, as soon as it goes live. So it goes live in when the clock strikes 0. When the clock strikes 12. Is when we'll be watching BlizzCon. But they should have a lot of cool announcements over there, dude. I'm actually very excited. Hello, you're playing on EU. I'm playing on NA right now. Guys in PvP today? No duels. No duels today. It's BlizzCon day. We can't do Duels and BlizzCon at the same time, boys. So we're gonna be doing a Duels party or BlizzCon party today, Duels tomorrow. Duels for EU and NA tomorrow. I guess I should type it up in chat and pin it. I know I'm gonna get questions about it either way, but I should feel like I should be maybe helpful to some players. Tomorrow or next week. Hang out today, man. We'll be watching BlizzCon in a bit. But if you want to join, we can join tomorrow. We'll be doing Duels tomorrow. Or next week. It's up to you, fam. Let me do that real quick. No Duels today. Today we watch BlizzCon. Come back for Duels for EU and NA tomorrow. Okay, I misspelled tomorrow, but that's fine. That'll work. I misspelled it, and you can go back and correct it, but it'll be okay. 10 minutes, boys. It should be about 10 minutes. I have it on this other monitor, by the way, in case like things are moving. In case things start moving. So we will not miss it. I swear to you, we will not miss BlizzCon. We will swap to it as soon as something's happening. Trust me. Oh, well, tomorrow same time? Yeah, same time as normal. It's just today it was weird because of BlizzCon. So I had to make a decision whether we do a BlizzCon stream, which I did last year, and that was enjoyable. We did a BlizzCon watch party since you could co-stream the ticket. I guess I just let people yesterday, because normally you can't co-stream the ticket, or maybe you can, but I'm pretty sure there's rules against it. You can't just, yeah. But I'm pretty sure they decided last year to allow for it because it'll just be more eyes for people, you know, especially those people that couldn't go to BlizzCon. They'll be watching their favorite streamer, look up some updates, but you couldn't co-stream all of it. There were some parts we couldn't co-stream, and I remember last year we thought we could co-stream like the thing with I think it was Shadowlands panel for like more content and such, and we were gonna stream it, but then we found out we couldn't, and it was like, oh, okay, sorry. Kind of felt like I debated a bunch of people, but I didn't mean to. I thought you could co-stream that one. Or stream it. Some DJ playing music on Blizzard channel right now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we have the World of Warcraft stream open on the other monitor right now. So as soon as they got stuff moving there, we'll swap to it. But it should be available at 5. So we wait until it hits clock strikes 5 p.m. for us. So in about 8 minutes, maybe I can get through this floor of Torghast real quickly. I'll actually try to see if we can speed run through this floor of Torg. Freeze and trap him. So we stop the howl. 7 minutes 45 seconds. Happening very, very soon, boys. Very, very soon. I'm actually so excited. It doesn't even feel like it's BlizzCon, dude. It doesn't really feel BlizzCon, and it's just gonna hit me at some point. It's just gonna strike me and be like, wait, it's actually BlizzCon. Wait, it's happening. Wait, this is huge. It's gonna hit me at some point. Let's see if we can make it to the end of Torghast real quickly. Maybe we could just like skip, kill the final door boss and just skip, go to the vendor, get whatever powers we can on the way. 100's mark, that would be great for bosses. Healing damage done. That'll work. Let's pull it all. We got damage. Got big AoEs. Huge AoE. As what Survival Hunter's really good at. What I missed? Nothing yet. We're waiting for BlizzCon to be live in whatever the clock says up above me. So look for the clocks, boys. Look for the clocks. The clocks will tell us time. Literally. Put no duels in the title, Del. People are gonna keep asking you. Well, I don't have duels in the title. Didn't you add no duels in the title? It's okay. If people ask, I'll just let them know, right? I know it's going to be confusing. It's going to be confusing for a lot of you guys. Because so many of you are like so used to the Friday and Saturday being the Duels Day. And a lot of you guys like really want to make sure you don't miss it. I posted an announcement on YouTube side, on the community section. I posted on Discord announcement. So I'm hoping it reaches people, but I won't be surprised if there's still be a little bit of confusion. But just have to bear with it. I'm here to answer questions, and we're here to watch BlizzCon, boys. It's okay. The fuck, Dalaran, how are you doing? What's up? I got Jordan. What do you mean, WTF? What do you mean? Did I do something wrong? Bro. Is that the boss? Oh, that's it. Okay, we came to the end. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. We'll just kill him real quick, and we'll be waiting for BlizzCon at that point. And then we'll probably finish our Torghast in between of like... in between the BlizzCon things. Maybe I can make it so you guys can see the full stream. And I can keep it on another monitor, so I can still do my Torghast while watching BlizzCon. We'll see. I want to see Diablo 4. Oh, me too, me too. Yo, King, I'm actually excited about Diablo 4. I've never been an ARPG guy. Like, I had Diablo back in Russia, dude. That's how popular that game was. And Russia barely had nothing back in the day, dude. But they had Diablo 1, Diablo 2. Those were a good time. And I played Diablo 3 a season with Matukes. Like, back in BFA. I think I played 1 or 2 seasons with them, I think. With Zach and his friend. So, I'm actually very, very excited to see what we'll get. Doing a lot of damage? What, on the marksman? Yeah, pretty good. Am I the one not seeing the clock above his head? Is it not showing up? It isn't. You guys are right. Oh, because I'm in this mode. Oh, okay. It's not showing up because I was in... Okay, I have 2 sections of... Okay. I'm stupid. So this is my game capture where you guys can't see my monitor. This is my monitor capture, so if I drag anything to the monitor, you guys can see stuff. I use game capture just so you guys can get the most frames and I can get good experience while streaming. Time until WoW panel. Oh. I have this from last BlizzCon, apparently. Well, that works out. Well, that works out. Okay, I'm alright with that. We'll chill. We'll chill with that. Okay, well, the timer's back on the table, boys. Happening very, very soon. In just a few moments, we'll be watching BlizzCon live. I do wonder, like a buddy of mine asked, or somebody in the guild asked, I wonder if a lot of it is going to be pre-recorded or if all of it is going to be live. I guess we'll see, yeah? I think a good portion of it will be pre-recorded just to make sure it's a good experience for viewers. But I think like Q&A stuff will be live. But we'll see, right? I do what other announcements I'll have. Alrighty. Is it time, boys? Just chilling? What'd you get that pet? So this is an Ankylosaur, or they're like this bear dinosaurs in Zuldazar. So if you go to Zuldazar, if you're Horde, or you have to go to Zandalar, go to Zuldazar if you're Alliance. And they are I think I found this guy somewhere. Let me see if I can find it again. Draenor, no, Azeroth, Zandalar, Zuldazar, and they're kind of like here near Nessingware Trek. There's a bunch of them, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good tanky pet. They have a defensive that makes them reduce damage by 50%. They also have the leech, so they can self-heal. Lust is pretty good, so they're probably like the best pet for hunters, or one of the better ones that are tanky, but also have self-heal with that leech, and bring a bloodlust. So they're great for solo stuff. The duels today, hey guys, what's up, Doctor? Nope, looks like we're not having duels today because BlizzCon is happening in a bit. We're gonna be watching BlizzCon together in a BlizzCon watch party. What's up, Addis? How you doing, my man? Hello, fellow Survival Hunter. What's up, Random Wizard? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, dude. Hey, what's good, Dad? What's up, Awesome Isaiah? How you doing, my man? You're gonna be watching BlizzCon in just a moment, boys. We got nothing going on there yet. It's live. But we will, so they did say that there's some parts of BlizzCon that have licensed music in there. Some of the music is licensed, so we will try to mute it if I'm suspecting licensed music, something that could get you copyrighted or whatever. So we're gonna be careful. They said that it'll be marked which songs are, if there's music that's coming up that's licensed or not. So we will mute it if there's licensed music, and we'll put on our stuff. Okay, we'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. Let's actually go and find a mix of NCS stuff. I'll do it right here. Let me find a German-based stuff with NCS, because that stuff was very, very enjoyable when we were doing our raid stream the other day. Here we go. We have our stuff. We have our music. So we should be set. and should be in a pretty decent spot. But yeah. By the way, we do EU tomorrow or NA? Both. We'll have to do both. Tomorrow is going to be a bit hectic in terms of the duels, but it should be both. Let's see. Okay. I think we're waiting, boys. I think now should be the time. This is the music we can listen to. It's 2 PM CST. Like, it should be happening any moment now, boys. I think Blizz will be showing more stuff the more they are leaked. I don't think... I think that leak was them. So I think that was just a taste of what is to come. I don't think that was a full picture just yet. I think that was just a taste for us. I think they'll be showing more. I'll be surprised if they didn't. You need to go to the Blizzard channel. What's a Blizzard channel? Is it not showing on Warcraft? Am I wrong? BlizzCon Day 1. Oh.
I guess video games allow me to be what I can't. It's fiction, but it's not. You come home, log onto your PC, and disappear into a different world.
It's on. Okay. Someone help me with the audio. Someone help me with the audio. I want to make sure you guys can hear it well. But also where if I talk, you'll hear me just fine.
All of my family play video.
Now, this is the part I feel like it's perfectly fine to talk over. Tell me louder or quieter. Turn it up a bit. Okay, it's at 30. Louder or not? Because I wanted to make sure you guys hear everything fine. Volume's up. Okay, tell me now. Volume up or not?
The World of Warcraft let me meet people that I probably never would.
I enjoyed that cinematic back in Mob, dude. That's good. Louder, maybe?
My best friends through playing games. We have this connection that allows us.
Okay, we're gonna be very, very careful with muting the. Oh, with muting, in case there's any part that's like, oh, licensed music. You know, Prop 40, 45. It's at 30 right now. So maybe I put it to 30. I'm pretty sure you don't want to put it to 45 because this is 45. Yeah. Yeah.
I had someone say, "Oh, I can't lose to a girl," and I beat that guy.
So I was able to slay this warlock as a little gnome holy priest, freaking out and screaming the whole time.
Adrenaline through my body was going crazy.
Pela caminhada ter sido tão prazerosa e pela conquista ter vindo.
A gente se sentiu muito, caramba, a gente conseguiu algo incrível aqui.
I killed the Lich King! I killed the Lich King!
然后我夺冠的时候，现场的女性工作人员，包括有些男的工作人员，他们都哭了。
Many years ago, I was doing a quest in Tirikar Forest, and a lovely little mage came up and said, "Would you like a hand?" They helped me for the rest of the day. We've been married now for over a decade.
Those video games filled
Okay.
the void. They filled the friendships that I didn't have. There isn't a huge LGBTQIA+ community in my city. So when I was able to play a video game, I was able to start talking with people who didn't really care that I was a gay male.
But video games were my escape. When I was a teenager, my dad was diagnosed with ALS, and I looked to video games as a way to escape from that sort of reality.
I miss Sarfang. Are we gonna see Sarfang? I hope we see Sarfang.
Were there for me.
I'll never stop playing video games.
There's no way.
I imagine myself one day being an 80-year-old grandpa gamer.
Playing video games has shaped me. I don't think I would be who I am today.
My passion, my interest, my.
It just started. It just started, Tyrant.
Games opened for me the world.
Let's hope we don't get copyright strike, boys. We're just gonna try that. And most importantly, enjoy ourselves and have fun. This is BlizzCon. It doesn't feel like BlizzCon. I feel like until the announcements, but... Was that, Heroes of the Storm cinematic with Varian? I think it was. They show the burning tree crying with us. Bro. I feel like it was perfect moment. 30 years, huh? The Blizzard YouTube stream is late.
Welcome to BlizzCon Live.
It's okay.
A celebration of 30 years of Blizzard communities and
30 years of Blizzard games. 30 years is so many years. And last year maybe felt like one of the longest of all. But throughout the years of Blizzard Entertainment, from 1991 to today,
1991.
many of us can associate certain games with milestones in our lives. Maybe you were a little kid the first time you played The Lost Vikings.
I remember playing Lost
Or
Vikings.
in high school when you first played a Diablo game.
Wasn't high
Or
school.
maybe you met your partner while you were playing World of Warcraft. That's the
That
awesome
never
thing about
happens.
video games.
Psh,
They give us
never
experiences
happens.
that are relevant to the times in our lives and experiences that we carry forward with us. Games are here for us during good times, and they're here for us even when we feel alone or maybe uncertain. Games are coming home, familiar, comfortable, with a connection and a sense of belonging. And while many of us spent most of 2020 in our actual real-life homes, games became even
What's up,
more
Judas?
of a place to get away, to be free from outside concerns.
A little quiet. I could turn it up a little more.
So, this is pretty weird.
Let me know.
Usually, when we start BlizzCon, the opening call is to my favorite Warcraft faction, the Alliance. Or my favorite faction, the Horde. I get confused. Usually, I'd be speaking to 40,000 of you in person at the Anaheim Convention Center.
That's true.
And millions of you around the world. And usually, that would be a perfect way to celebrate. But nothing about the last year has been usual. The pandemic has been hard on everyone, and for many different reasons. But if there's one thing that the last year has taught us, it's that being
Yo, what's up,
apart
Matukes?
physically doesn't stop us from moving forward. It doesn't stop us from connecting with our player friends around the world, diving in as warriors and heroes, and checking on each other as humans. It doesn't stop us from sharing our latest epic gaming story, or celebrating those of others. Games continue to unite us. Now, to be honest, I wasn't sure how well Blizzard could work from home. There are thousands of people, all needing to work together in creating our universes, games, and experiences.
F Warriors? Why?
Never has it felt more true that it takes a Blizzard to make a Blizzard game. And in 2020, it became clear that the magic of creating a Blizzard isn't just tied to a physical location.
I just hope it's not Bioware magic.
People who work here, and I continue to be so proud of each and every one of them. Thank you, Blizzard.
Turn up a bit. Yo,
We
how much
create
louder?
These games and pour
Okay,
all of our
25.
energy and heart
Is that
into
loud
them.
enough?
But it is you, the Blizzard community, that brings them to life. And that's why BlizzCon Line is a celebration of you, the guild leaders, healers, DPS, tanks, innkeepers, Zerg, Terran, Protoss,
Okay.
Blackwatch, Shimada, the heroes of Sanctuary and of the Storm. These next few days are for you, our Blizzard community. For World of Warcraft, we'll be showing you what's next for both Shadowlands and Classic.
Well, the Warcraft first up.
I'm sure you're all
Hmm.
burning and
So what is the? So they say best for last. So what is going to be
It's
last?
getting back to its roots in a major way.
Or maybe
We
not.
can't wait to show you how.
Okay. I don't play Hearthstone. Who plays
We also
Hearthstone?
have the
Yes.
Diablo community.
Give me.
Some
Give
of
me.
you were able to dip your toes into the depths of hell in the Diablo Immortal Technical Alpha.
Immortal?
Personally,
Aw.
I really enjoyed seeing
4.
players embrace
Give us
the
4.
multiplayer aspect.
Give
of
us
video
4.
games. We can't wait for more of you to get
Diablo
your
last
hands
probably. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
So,
I thought they were actually going off.
only the beginning of the year, and already there is so much to look forward to, even though we can't yet be together in person. The Overwatch League will be kicking things off in spring, and we'll be watching closely to see if the San Francisco Shock can continue their championship run.
What do you have on?
World of Warcraft Esports is
No,
back
not the Blizz. We don't have
with
the
Arena World Championship and
not the WoW
Mythic
stream.
Dungeon
We have the BlizzCon
International
stream.
already in full swing in Shadowlands. StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 esports are going strong with our friends at the ESL Pro Tour.
Warcraft 3.
Qualifiers are already underway for the first online stop of the 2021 Hearthstone Masters Tour, with the first event taking place next month. But before we get too far ahead, let's take a look one last time to when times were a little simpler. In the early 1990s, the internet was a baby.
Diablo Immortal.
CD sales
Yeah.
had finally eclipsed cassette tape.
Technical alpha.
Cassette tape, it's a rectangle piece of plastic, and there's a tape inside.
You know, he's explaining cassette tapes, but there's Zoomers that have no idea what the hell that is.
To wind it, make it tight. I know, it sounds crazy. We were all playing video games on Super
Pandering to the
Nintendo,
boomers. I
Sega
get it.
Genesis, DOS, or Mac PCs. I personally was a master of config sys and auto exec bat. So many simple things in simple times. If only we could relive them.
Oh, why? Wait, what? If only we can relive them. Are they bringing back classics? Wait, are they bringing back classic? Is this what this is? Arcade collection. Oh, Lost Vikings, dude. Rock and Roll Racing. Yo, this game was my jam back in the day, dude. That game was my jam. Blackthorn, I don't think I've ever played.
Now we're talking.
Are they coming back as the OG or remastered? Only features. Huh. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Definitive edition? What? Was that a map creator? 4-player split screen. Pretty cool. They really went in on it. Okay.
The Blizzard
All right.
Arcade Collection.
Not bad.
Featuring the Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, and Blackthorn. These
I'd play
are ports
Lost
of the
Vikings
games
for sure.
Just as you remember them, allowing you to relive the original experience of all three titles in 13 different languages, with a couple of quality of life upgrades. As an example, we include very modern, cutting-edge functionality that wasn't available in the early 90s, both saving and loading of games. And for those of you who purchased any Blizzard
Oh yeah,
anniversary
a lot of those games didn't have load and save
you'll
functionality.
automatically receive
Oh
Blizzard
no.
Arcade Collection on PC today.
Oh, today.
Now, you ready to hear about
Is it
some
up?
other video games?
Machooks, they said today.
Hear
Is it
what's
up on
next
BNet?
for World of Warcraft?
Okay, WoW isn't best for last, so they're probably putting Diablo best for last. Diablo 4 most likely. That's my bet. That's my bet. All right, give us that Shadowlands goodness, boys. Gimme, gimme.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us today. No matter where you are, World of Warcraft unites us all.
True, I
Whether
guess.
you're exploring the Shadowlands, Classic Azeroth, or another part of the Blizzard universe, I'm glad you could make it, because we've got a lot of good stuff to show you. But first, let's start with some Covenant Pride.
Covenant Pride.
Tyrion, take flight. Night Phase.
That doesn't work as
Let
well
the
without
hunt
a
begin.
group of people.
Necrolords to war! Vinthip, let's party! The world has thrown a lot at us since the last BlizzCon, and the thing that's really kept everyone
Is this
going
pre-recorded?
on the
I think
WoW
so.
team has been connecting.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't, but we'll see. I think Q&A will not be.
With our guilds and
But,
family
well, again,
and
we'll see.
friends in WoW are powerful and real. As WoW enters its 16th year and Blizzard celebrates its 30th anniversary, we're so grateful to have the most dedicated and friendly communities in gaming. Let's recap the events in Azeroth. In WoW Classic, we fought an endless battle for South Shore.
Is that what they're going to start with?
We
TBC?
banded together to open the gates of Ahn'Qiraj and joined forces to take down Kel'Thuzad in his floating citadel of Naxxramas. In Shadowlands, we helped our Covenant recover from the Anima drought, brought on by Sire Denathrius, Master of the Vinthier and traitor to the Pantheon of Death. We survived the halls
Pantheon of Death.
and crafted legendary gear in our efforts to expel Denathrius from his castle lair. But innocent souls are still wrongfully being sent to the Maw. They face an eternity of torment, and heroes like Anduin remain chained in its depths. The jailer continues to grow in power. He's preparing to break free from the Maw and complete his plan to unmake the entire Warcraft universe. And Sylvanas, you may be wondering what she's been up to all this time. Today,
Cinematic?
we're excited to unveil our first major content update for Shadowlands, Chains of Domination.
We covered that in a video. Oh.
Look around you!
What makes you believe you're not just a weapon to achieve his ends?
Enough! Join our cause, or be made to serve.
Right now, you hold all the power. Make your choice, Sylvanas Windrunner.
Okay.
Despite all our efforts, the Maw continues to grow.
This is new.
What if Denathrius' treachery is irreparable? The Primus is lost, and Bastion cannot save the Shadowlands alone.
None of this should have happened.
Perhaps the Winter Queen could.
Clea?
My Archon, a living soul seeks an audience.
A mortal?
A king.
King?
By all our measures, one who has spent his life striving for justice. One who would give anything to serve his people. One whose heart is true.
Very well. He may approach.
Oh no, indeed. Oh no, indeed.
Step forward.
Even Uther knew something was wrong.
My Ascended have spoken of you. The king held captive in the Maw.
That prison could not hold me forever.
Why have you come to Bastion?
You have a key that I need.
You will release this soul from your grasp.
No. He is bound to me, just as you once sought to bind your own brother.
Straight up Arthas looking. Yo! Well, goddamn.
The vessel performed its part flawlessly.
Jesus.
3 keys remain. Then they will see death was never meant to be chained.
Dude, that was kind of insane. Looks like a Death Knight to me. I don't think he's actually a Death Knight, but he's Death Knight-esque. It's a long story to explain. Man.
So intense. I know you probably have a lot of questions about what you just saw.
That was crazy.
For the next stage of your Shadowlands journey.
Our Kyrians are basically gone?
Ian and Jeremy will be telling you more about Chains of Domination in our Shadowlands.
That was insane.
Please check out the World of Warcraft channel to find out more. Next, I'm excited to share our upcoming World of Warcraft charity pet program. We've heard a lot from our community about how much they love these pets and the opportunity to give to a good cause, along with ideas to make the program even better. So during this upcoming campaign, you'll be able to donate whatever amount you wish.
I have the Warcraft stream.
Our chosen
I have the Warcraft stream on the side, and as soon as Warcraft stuff starts happening, we'll swap to that. Okay?
Will get a pet for their collection as a thank you, whether you were able to contribute personally or not. And to make this a fun challenge,
okay, everybody gets a free pet.
Goal, everyone gets a second pet too. And here they are.
What are the pets?
The first pet is Bananas. Literally.
Isn't Bananas an old school pet?
To a select few back in Burning Crusade era, so we're excited to give everyone a chance to adopt him.
Okay.
And if we reach our stretch goal, you'll also get Daisy the Slop. She's an all-new pet.
Okay. Yo, she sits in your back too? Okay, dude.
During this campaign
okay.
will go to support the medical humanitarian organization Doctors Without Borders.
Okay.
Also known by their French name, Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF. They're an amazing group doing important work around the world. We're grateful to have such.
So they're doing it differently, where you don't buy the pet, you donate any amount you can, and everybody gets one pet for free anyway. But if you reach a stretch goal of donations, everybody gets a second pet. That's a better way of going about it. I wonder if people still complain. I wonder if people will complain
Classic players
about the donors and the pets. But we'll see.
It's my pleasure to hand off to my teammate, Holly
Because I know people don't like
longtime
pets like
WoW
that.
Player, a veteran MMO developer, and she's going to tell us what's in store for WoW Classic.
TBC. Let's hear about TBC. Okay, let's hear about TBC. Again, I have the Warcraft stream, the Warcraft channel stream, live on the second monitor. If we see anything happen there, we'll swap to that. But
hi, everybody.
Let's watch this for now.
First, I'd like to thank all of you who have ever been part of the WoW community over the years.
45 minutes? Okay.
Online worlds like WoW have been a huge part of our lives for decades now. As a dedicated MMO fan and a
TBC,
developer myself,
TBC.
I remember hearing that Blizzard was going to be making their own MMO. And I thought, well, I guess I'll check out that beta. And sure, we all call the game WoW. But really, wow.
Big lady? She's kind of tall, I guess.
Got bit by the MMO bug again. I was so excited to be able to make a night elf hunter and be like that famous dark elf ranger from the books that I loved. I have to tell you, Azeroth was and still is a place I love to live.
3 or 5 p.m. PST.
Year, I've had the great honor to work alongside the WoW Classic team.
Oh, I see.
To bring these nostalgic experiences back to life for longtime fans and a whole new generation.
Carbot animation at 3 p.m.
As a fan myself, I've had so much fun in WoW. From the simple things like drive-by buffing or making friends on that long haul from Teldrassil to Ironforge, all the way to the absolutely staggering, like when I jumped blindly through the Dark Portal and was running through Hellfire Peninsula, heard this terrifying noise, and then saw the Fell Reaver. Biggest roamer I had ever seen, and I was very glad I had feigned death in that moment. And that's the thing about WoW. These stories and experiences we all share keep us coming back time after time. With that said, I'm super excited to be able to share with you where our adventures are taking us next.
TBC, boys. There it is. I mean, it was basically all but confirmed.
my realm.
The Dranai. Which apparently are pretty good. And then the Bloodos, which were Biss.
Your foolishness has brought you to this end. Take my blood and choke on it.
Death to the outsiders.
I'll turn your world upside down.
You are not prepared.
Yay! I do want to play it though. I do want to play it, but leveling classic right now sucks. It's so long.
Brings back so many memories, right? Like exploring the fungal forests of Zangarmarsh, or being awestruck at the chaotic magic alive in Netherstorm.
Yeah.
The Dranai in Exodar.
So they'll probably talk about it, but you might want to level characters in classic now. They'll talk about it in a bit, I hear.
To enlist the Aldor or the Scryers in your quest to fight the Legion.
Which one are better, Aldor or Scryers?
Can't forget gathering all your friends to fight Illidan at the top of the Black Temple. I can't wait to relive it all with you. Since the team first set out on their own quest to bring the original WoW back to life, we have learned a ton about what players are expecting from this kind of experience. We've also learned when to keep things just as they were, and where we all might be open to some changes. We're bringing all these lessons into Burning Crusade Classic, with our primary goal to bring back the same feeling you had when you faced the Fel Reaver for the first time, or when you were digging through piles of Felhound poop. Of course, we can't get this right without you, our incredible community. Soon, you'll be able to revisit Outland yourself when beta starts and tell us what you think. Later, all WoW Classic players are going to be presented with a meaningful choice for each one of your beloved characters. Do you want to move on into Burning Crusade Classic? Or do you want to stay in the original Classic era forever? Whatever you decide, you can do it all with your one WoW subscription. Now, I know I've thrown a lot at you.
Start leveling classic tunes, boys, now.
Getting into the details in our panel later today.
Is basically what they're saying.
Stick with us. We'll make sure you are prepared. And now we're going to hear what's coming up in Hearthstone.
Hearthstone, okay. So Diablo is saving best for last. It's been so long since I played Hearthstone, so I've been out of the loop completely. So just be aware. I have no idea what's going on in that game. Greetings, Burnley.
But first,
I like his accent.
let's take a quick look back
A GTBT, I wonder.
of the Phoenix.
Who had a hopelessness with one shot that's scared to hell? Oh no.
And ventured into the ruthless Outlands. Then we went to Skullman's Academy and got to explore dual class cards and their powerful synergies. And with our third expansion of the year, we brought you Hearthstone's biggest update ever, alongside the menacing old gods in Madness at the Dark Moon Fair. We launched a brand new game mode, Duels, that saw more than 10 million matches on its first day. We also introduced our long-awaited achievement system and made a significant overhaul to the rewards and progression within the game. Now, it's time to say farewell to the Year of the Phoenix and see what's in store for Hearthstone this year. Welcome to the year.
How's it going? What's up, Blue-Eyed?
of the Griffin.
The WoW cinematic was pretty insane. TBC announced, but we knew that.
Throughout the Year of the Griffin, we want to keep delivering fun, new experiences and make sure that the tens of millions of you playing Hearthstone are always excited to log in. First up, we'll be giving the standard format its biggest shake-up ever, with the launch of the Core Set later this year. The Core Set replaces the old Basic and Classic sets with a collection of 235 cards made up of some of the best from throughout the year.
Yeah, cinematic was good.
As well as 29 awesome brand new cards. And the best thing about the Core Set is that it's entirely free. So, there's never been a better time to get into Hearthstone. Here are 3 of Hearthstone's legendary dragons, reimagined to feel more up-to-date and competitive for modern-day Hearthstone. Ysera the Dreamer. You'll finally receive her full arsenal of dream cards right away. She's a nightmare for your opponents. Malygos the Spellweaver. He'll fill your hand with spells and is a powerful late-game play, worthy of the aspect of magic. And finally, everyone's favorite black dragon, Deathwing. He's still as destructive as ever, but timed correctly, he won't leave you empty-handed. We'll also be launching a brand new format, Classic, where you can play Hearthstone as it was when it first launched. The Classic format will be fully supported.
Even Hearthstone is getting a Classic.
And rewards using
Classic Diablo? Can we get Diablo 2?
Cards. So, if you want to relive the old school experience, then Classic is the place.
Is there even enough people that play Hearthstone? Because I know nobody that plays it regularly or casually even.
To the future and explore the first expansion of the year of the.
But then again, there's not a lot of people making those card games anymore, so. There used to be everybody in the mother making card games out of all their games.
All roads lead to the crossroads. You have come for adventure. But the Barons wants to break you. Your axe must be sharp. Your wits must be keen. And your heart must be mighty.
You feel like the game is pretty dead? I don't know if it's actually dead or not, but I do get the same feeling, yeah. Because I don't know anybody that even plays it casually. The Classic Con. I mean, maybe they'll be doing Classic for everything. You never really know, right? We'll have to wait and see.
This is who we are.
Forged in the Barrens. Cool.
That's right. We're headed to one of Warcraft's most iconic locales, the Barrens, and we'll come face to face with the heroes that inhabit it. Starting with one of the Horde's most iconic and well-known characters.
Mancrick?
A fierce loyalist.
Mancrick?
One-time war chief.
Mancrick?
Who embodies the honor, loyalty, and spirituality of the Horde.
Mancrick is my war chief.
Shadowhunter Vol'jin.
Oh.
Shadowhunter Vol'jin is a neutral legendary that allows you to either bolster your own board or weaken that of your opponents. And to celebrate the announcement of Forged in the Barrens, this card
I love it when I play it
available
constantly.
for
That's
free
good.
For everyone, later today. So log into Hearthstone and claim your free copy of Shadowhunter.
This game is good to play when you are on the go.
And
fair enough.
as a bonus,
Hearthstone's far from dead?
away
Cool.
the brand new 30 years of Blizzard card back.
Cool.
Next,
I always thought the card backs in Hearthstone were pretty cool.
who is
Back when I
making
played.
his first appearance in Hearthstone. The legendary Blade Master.
Samuro, dude.
Featuring
Samuro?
The new keyword,
I thought it was Samuro.
Frenzy. Frenzy activates the first time a minion takes damage and survives. In Samuro's case, this can be used to clear your opponent's board. Heroes of the Horde, like Samuro, are famous for their combat prowess.
It was back in Warcraft 3.
Like Thrall, are known for their powerful elemental magic. Take a look at this new shaman.
Chain Lightning rank 1.
Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is a spell in a new cycle of cards that rank up and become more powerful when you have 5 and 10 mana.
Is it by Hearthstone and all the time in Skull?
Ensuring that they're always useful at every stage in the game. You'll also notice that they're categorized as nature spells. With Forged in the Barrens, we'll be permanently introducing spell schools across the entire game, which enables a whole host of exciting new strategies. And don't worry, members of the Alliance will be featuring some of your most beloved heroes and locales later this year. But what I love most about the Warcraft universe is its amazing characters. And our final announcement is our most ambitious addition to Hearthstone yet.
Mancrick.
It introduces a brand new way to play with your favorite heroes.
Find his wife.
Hearthstone Mercenaries.
Oh. Okay.
Mercenaries features strategic RPG gameplay, where you build teams consisting of some of the most iconic heroes and villains from the Warcraft universe, including timeless characters like the infamous Sylvanas Windrunner,
Mm-hmm.
and Ragnaros, the elemental lord of fire. You can also expect to see some of Hearthstone's fan favorites, like the unstoppable Devilsaur, King Crush, and the ever-growing Gruul the Dragon Slayer. You'll lead them in battle
Cool.
with highly replayable roguelike missions, where the map is randomly generated every time you play, and each node represents a unique challenge for your team to take on. Your heroes gain levels.
I don't know what the team thing is in Hearthstone.
And can even evolve into more powerful versions of themselves. We're thrilled to finally show you Hearthstone Mercenaries. It is scheduled to launch later this year, and we'll have more to share with you down the road.
Cool.
Everything you've seen today is just a taste of what's coming in the Year of the Griffin. So don't forget to tune in to our deep dive panel.
Okay, that's cool. That was cool. Give me Diablo though. Can you give me Diablo? Can I please get Diablo? Please, can I get Diablo at this point? I don't play Hearthstone. This stuff sounds neat, but it doesn't make me want to get back into Hearthstone. Can we get Diablo? Can we get Diablo? Let it TM. Can we get Diablo? Can we get Diablo? Are we there? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we Diablo yet? Are we Diablo yet? I'm sorry.
Awesome updates.
Other role games? Thanks so much, yeah.
Ambitious and fun ideas.
Dude, me too. Oh my god.
Can't wait to kick off the Year of the Griffin with all of you, and we hope to see you in the game soon.
It just has been so out of Hearthstone that I guess have zero interest, honestly. So I was listening here, trying to be quiet, to be polite. Yeah! No. Not the Immortal thing. Yeah! I thought it was Immortal trailer for a second. Okay. Yes. 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 Talk about Diablo 4 though, please. Blizzard, please. Diablo 4. Please don't talk about it. Please don't talk about Immortal. Please don't talk about Immortal. Please. Please just do yourself a favor. Don't talk about Immortal. Just talk about Diablo 4. Please. Please. Diablo teams. No. No. No.
We've got a lot of Diablo to cover.
He's wearing Diablo 4 shirt. He's wearing Diablo 4 shirt. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good.
Alright, let's kick things off with Diablo 4.
Yeah!
We first shared our game with you during BlizzCon of 2019, and we've been truly humbled by your response. We've kept in touch through quarterly updates and sincerely appreciate the thoughts and valuable feedback you've provided as we unveil more and more of the game and share in its development. Diablo belongs to you as much as it belongs to us.
So give me Diablo.
Most recently,
Diablo 2? That'd be cool.
An update to our campfire screen. And savvy fans, of course, understood that we meant more than just the character lighting and fire visual effects. That's right. Today, we're happy to announce a brave new soul joining the barbarian, the sorcerer, and the druid.
New class?
On this dangerous journey back to Sanctuary.
New class?
A class is one of the most.
Is that Asmongold in the back? Yo. That actually is Asmon, dude. Asmon looking jacked, dude. Asmon looking ripped. Asmon been going to the gym, huh?
Let's have a look.
That is so Asmongold in the back. That is hilarious. I didn't even realize. Okay. Is this gameplay?
There is justice within the light, but you have to be patient. Now,
Pray with me.
May
Akarat guide and protect me.
May Akarat guide and protect me.
May he shepherd my soul.
May he shepherd my soul.
And grant it mercy.
And grant it mercy.
What are you doing here? This is not the time.
But this is confession. And I have sinned. I was a thief who stole from those more fortunate. I strayed from your light and found my trade in the shadows.
Assassin?
They call it murder. I say, job well done.
Oh.
I am a thief, a heretic, a murderer, father. Will Akarat save me?
You mock our light. But those monsters were a scourge upon my flock. And you... oh, you were the answer to their prayers.
Then we are settled, and you owe me.
The name you seek is... thank the heavens for you.
Heavens? I assure you, Father, the heavens didn't send me.
Rogue. Pretty cool. Has Rogue been one of the OG? She split that guy in half. Oh, I like that mobile gameplay. The bow. Oh, there's so much mobility to this. Poisons. Throwing knives, big leaps, crossbows. Oh, caltrops. I like that. I remember caltrops back in Legion. That looks wicked. That looks sick as hell. It's like a demon hunter from Diablo 3, minus like just minus the demon hunting aspect. That looked cool as hell. Oh. Oh no. Oh, okay. It's a lot of years. Damn.
The sound of that ear getting pierced by the hook is so brutal. I feel like it's gonna haunt me for a long time. I've been a huge fan of the Rogue ever since the original Diablo. Even seeing them come back as NPCs and mercenaries in Diablo 2's Rogue Encampment served as a great bridge between the games. With the setting of Diablo 4 being a larger world than we've ever played in before, we're excited.
I think it fits the Diablo aesthetic though.
What the successors to the original rogues in the series have been up to since the fall of their order, but also what some of the other rogues in the world of Sanctuary might look like.
That was dope. I like that. Yeah.
For Diablo 4 has been customization first, and the Rogue takes this to a whole new level. From the beginning, the Rogue has been an incredibly flexible class, able to adapt to any situation. Our goal is to let you create the kind of rogue that you want to play. Whether
it's like slow time or something.
Archer, modeled after the original Sisterhood, or a cloak and dagger rogue from the darkest alleys of Chaldeum.
I want to do that.
4, you will have the freedom to create the rogue that you imagine by customizing the looks, the background, and the playstyle of your character. Please stick around for our segment later today, where I'll be joined by other members of the Diablo 4 team to share a closer look at the Rogue class, as well as some of the open world gameplay that we're bringing to the game.
Cool.
Spoilers, those severed ears are not just for show. But Diablo 4 is not the only Diablo game we're talking about today. If you're looking for an authentic
I don't think it's a good idea.
on mobile,
I don't think it's a good idea.
has
I don't think it's a good idea.
From a AAA action RPG.
No.
Visceral combat and epic loot to an all-new story bridging the gap between the events of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Later today, you can join the Immortal team, where they'll talk about some of the things they've learned.
Get your phones, boys. Yeah.
And what's next for the game. We have one last bit of very exciting Diablo news to cover.
Okay.
When you hear us talk about the classes, the items,
Oh.
the stories of the early
So the
Diablo
word class. I thought classic.
you may have picked up on the absolute reverent tone we reserve for that golden era of Diablo. Maybe you share that love of the classics, and just hearing us talk about them makes you want to take on Mephisto or Baal one more time. Or maybe even for the first time. After all, some of our favorite moments happened a long time ago, and not just in Sanctuary years. If so, we have a special surprise for you today.
Diablo 2?
Let's check it out.
Diablo 2? Question mark? Oh.
Now you know what I seek.
BLIZZCON.
Were these the demons from? Don't do it. It seems I'm not acceptable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yes, dude. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Though this be our darkest
Oh. Oh.
it may yet be your
Oh my god, look at that beauty. Look at that beaut. She's a beaut, ain't she? Remastered. Oh, okay. Oh. Hmm. I feel like they had to put it on PC. God forbid. Resurrected. Oh no, they'd give it a name. So if it's remastered, it looks pretty good. I'm interested.
After more than 20 years,
Huh.
the Dark Wanderer has returned. And once again, he travels east. Always east.
So I'm not someone who played a lot of Diablo, but I remember playing this a lot as a kid.
Diablo 2
This was super fun as a kid. I never really got far with it, but it was always fun running around just killing stuff.
and the expansion.
I had so much fun with it as a kid.
It takes the 2D sprite-based classic that we love and brings it into the present in 3D, utilizing up-to-date
I'll say it right now. As long as it plays very, very similarly and it gives the same feeling,
all 27
I'm okay with that.
of cinematic.
I know it looks quite a bit different from 2D to 3D, but if it plays very, very similarly, I'm okay with that.
The look and the pacing of the original movies. Blizzard has a long history of games that we're proud of. And when we think about Diablo 2, we think about it as a definitive pillar in our foundation. Now, it's funny to think that some of you...
Yeah, the music, it really does it for me too.
Which makes it all the more important that we deliver an authentic experience wherever you play. We want everyone to relive their memories or experience the game for the very first time on their platform of choice. And so we're excited to bring Diablo 2 Resurrected to PC and console along with cross progression.
Cross progress, so it means you can play it on PC, get on your PlayStation.
And you just wish it worked more seamlessly on modern computers, you can bring back all of that nostalgia exactly as you remember.
Okay, I was thinking of all that progress.
In its original 2D form, much like we did with StarCraft Remastered. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. Later today, Diablo speedrunner Mr. Llama will host a roundtable with members of the development team on the dedicated Diablo channel. If you are a Diablo 2 fan, I encourage you to take a look. So, from Diablo 2 Resurrected, to Burning Crusade Classic, to the Blizzard Arcade Collection, it's a whole lot of looking back. And while we have teams dedicated to bringing these
Wait, is Overwatch going to be the last thing?
It's actually a very small percentage.
Is Overwatch
Working on these projects. Far more people are working on the future of Blizzard. And in addition to what we'll be talking about during the show, we can't wait to tell you even more about our plans over the course of this year and beyond. If you had asked us 30 years ago what gaming would look like today, none of us could have predicted the current Blizzard lineup of games. The advances in technology are one thing, but it's really what those advances have enabled that's even more incredible. If you think about the people who play games and the communities that have grown up around them, the way people can connect instantly, no matter where they are in the world, the way people are increasingly able to express their identity and celebrate who they are through their favorite games, communities, and platforms. The explosion of things like streaming, cosplay, and esports. It would have been
Overwatch 2? That's what I was thinking. But I don't think that's where they're taking it.
And at Blizzard,
I think they're talking about community instead.
Excites us about the next 30 years. There is so much that we're working on. And some of it you already know about. The rest, we look forward to talking to you about it when the time is right.
Is there any more games?
Just like the real world,
are they working on?
The worlds of Warcraft, Diablo,
like franchises?
Heroes of the
So, Dad, what's up, Alex?
Overwatch and Hearthstone are diverse, expansive, and full of potential. We are not only iterating on the experiences that you've come to expect from us, we're also exploring different ways to express our worlds and welcome more players from more places.
Did their stream get quieter? I feel like it got quieter over time.
Continue to lead on priorities like accessibility and toxicity control, and to continue supporting causes that have a positive impact on the real world. We want to continue to bring those same feelings of joy.
If the Witcher Diablo 2 remaster they're done, I don't know, dude. If they were fine after, if they were okay after Diablo Immortals, and that was a pretty big, that was a pretty big backlash in my opinion. I don't think they could mess up Diablo 2 remaster. I hope they don't. I want to play that. That'd be so cool. I remember playing a lot of that as a kid.
There are new Blizzard worlds that we haven't visited quite yet. And when we do finally unveil those games and experiences,
so they do have other games they're working on.
You will see in them what we do. That no matter who you are
or
where you're from, they are spaces where you can create new stories, forge new friendships, and make memories worthy of lasting a lifetime.
Okay.
And through it all, our mission statement of being dedicated to creating the most epic entertainment experiences ever, along with our core values, led by gameplay first, will continue to guide our way. So on behalf of everyone at Blizzard,
we should play it. I'll be down. Shadowlands what's coming back to? It's a lot of fun, yeah. I would recommend it.
Of my professional life to serve you, and the honor of all of us at Blizzard to be the caretakers of the worlds that you play in. We are so excited for what's to come this year.
I like the way he says so excited. He's like, so excited. It kind of reminds me of like how Trump says, so spectacular in a way, you know? It reminds me of that a little. Not making fun of him. I just thought it was kind of funny. That's all.
Check out the
Not toxic. Not toxic. What's up, Stash Man?
Over on their dedicated channel.
Yep.
Right after the conclusion of opening ceremonies. There, you'll hear about Overwatch 2,
All right.
new content.
We're going to be moving on to the World of Warcraft channel. It would be really cool to check out Diablo and stuff. But definitely going to be doing to World of Warcraft, boys. Because we got Warcraft What's Next and Warcraft Deep Dive. And I'll probably get a water in between.
On their respective channels. And on the dedicated strategy channel, some StarCraft legends will be going head-to-head in epic competition.
Cool. Dude, StarCraft esports was actually so enjoyable to watch. I feel like it's MOBA-esque where you can kind of tell what the hell's going on so easily.
Before we kick things off,
So sad that StarCraft isn't really, you know. Music?
Hey, thanks for having us. We're Metallica. Thanks for having us at BlizzCon 2014. We would love to be there this year.
Metallica?
Obviously can't be. So here we are, and this is for you.
Okay, we can't play that. This is Metallica. They literally said at the bottom, the following music is subject to copyright. We literally cannot play Metallica. And I've heard rumors that Metallica, whoever the people that do the copyrighted stuff, they go after people hard. So we are not even, we're going to remove our leg from the guillotine before they slam it down with joy and pride. We're just going to back that up out of there. Let's get our music going, boys. Hey, we got some, imagine, oh, wow, Metallica, what a wow. How, you can make that sound with a bass guitar? That's crazy. Wow, okay. We're chilling, boys. We're chilling. That would have been awesome to actually see Metallica at BlizzCon, though. Wouldn't have been? I mean, it's kind of an older band, but it still would have been very, very good, right? Very, very enjoyable. Yeah, they'll definitely get you. Metallica have, like, that kind of, like, rep. Or at least whoever the people that do the, what is it, the copyright strikes. Those people have that rep of like going hard after people. So we're just gonna do this. What is this? Metallica playing, but we can't play it because that's subject to copyright. So we can't do that. So good guy Blizz, Blizzard and Lord has said that they'll be marked. Future certain music is subject to copyright for streamers, and they did put a thing at the bottom for us to let us know. Good guy Blizz saving us from being copyrighted. Can we get an applause for Blizzard for helping streamers not get copyrighted? Can we get an applause for that? Whoever put this together, I mean, it's a nice little note at the bottom. Thank you so much for at least letting us know. Also, hopefully they'll continue doing that for the rest of the stuff. If there's ever a moment where they have music that is copyrighted. Yeah, pretty good. You guys can listen to the original one on their stream, but yeah, we're waiting until the World of Warcraft part starts. Okay, let me get water while we watch some boomers dancing around with guitars, screaming at things. But you can hear it. Okay, BRB. Let's get water, and we're still watching for the wild stuff. We're back.
I got the shivers whenever I would think about you. Now that I left, I live without you. I'm on my own again. I got the shivers whenever you went out of line.
That's what I just realized. That was probably freaking loud. Hold on. Here we go. That's probably pretty damn loud, isn't it? It's probably a really good performance. It's probably very enjoyable. And I feel like it kind of fits to bring Metallica in because we're talking a bunch of classics, right? Diablo 2, Blizzard Arcade, TBC. So what is the band that a lot of people listen to way back in the day? Metallica. So it makes sense to bring in the classics. You know, he kicked over a chair. This man is on cocaine. He just kicked over a chair. This man is a madman. Somebody lock him up in an asylum, dude. Somebody get the straight jacket for that dude. He's about to burn this whole building down. Whoa, look at those camera angles. Oh my goodness. What song are they playing anyway? We can't get copyrighted, boys. We're not doing it. We're gonna play our music. Hey, this has a guitar. This sounds kind of edgy. Well, it makes sense for them to bring out Metallica, though. I think that fits. That would have been awesome for them to talk about classics if there was people at BlizzCon, right? Actual BlizzCon, normal BlizzCon. If there were people talking about like the classic games and then bring out Metallica. That would have sent people back to like the good old days when Metallica was like the newest band around. You know what I mean? When people were playing Diablo 2 while listening to Metallica in the background. Actually, do people even do that? I'm pretty sure everyone's PC sucked so bad back then. You could only do one thing at a time. I'm pretty sure you couldn't play a game and listen to music in the background. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. I don't know if they're gonna put the music back on or whatever. Oh, okay. Are we back? Oh, cardboard animation. Hold on. Is it playing now? Oh, yes it is. Wait. There it is. Wait, we can move on to WoW instead. Hold on. We move on to the WoW stream, boys. Here we go. Let me know how the audio is, if it's loud or not. I love cardboard animations, dude. They're so good. They're so good.
Your death will.
They're so good. Didn't say anything about Shadowlands. They're gonna talk about it. Don't worry. These are so good.
Strike with great vengeance. You are not prepared.
Frostmourne hungers for your soul.
Dude, the cardboard animation is so good.
Your time has come.
Past 7? Yeah, well, they'll be talking now about the new stuff. Right, they'll be talking about the new things in WoW. Yeah, the Ventio Rogue buff is looking so good. That's happening in March. I'm so excited. So excited, dude. You don't even know.
Strange.
Greetings to you. Seems you're ready for the real thing.
Is that basically all the Blizzard games in order?
Hey, look at me!
Oh, looks like we got an audience.
I'm getting good at this. I am in the groove.
Turret online.
Hearthstone, though?
Piece of cake.
Okay. Happy 30th birthday, Blizzard. Dude, they really had me when they went back to like the classics and they had the classic like pixelated blue Blizzard logo, dude. That slapped my childhood somewhere in my body. Just like something, I felt something move, dude. I felt something move. Oh yeah, and you can get the 30th anniversary collection with a full helmet. I don't think you can actually wear it. Alrighty, let's talk about World of Warcraft, dude. Let's go, boys. They're gonna be what's next and deep dive. Let's do it.
Welcome everyone to our deep dive panel for WoW Classic. I'd like to.
I guess they go to
some
Shadowlands after,
introductions with
right?
these fine gentlemen with me and myself. I'm Holly Longdale. I'm the principal producer for WoW Classic. A little bit about my background. I spent 13 years working on EverQuest. I started as a game designer and eventually became the head of the studio for the EverQuest franchise. That said, I've always been a WoW player since beta. So this is obviously a dream come true for me. And
Buy 501 duels now, please. Wait, you guys don't want to do more more
director for
BlizzCon?
I've been at Blizzard for 15 years now, and have been on WoW for most of that time. Avid WoW player myself, and really excited to open up that dark portal again as we all step through it.
And my name's Brian Birmingham, and I'm the lead software engineer on WoW Classic. I've also been at Blizzard for 15 years. I started on World of Warcraft. I spent about 3 years on Hearthstone as well, and then came back to the World of Warcraft team to work on WoW Classic. And it has been a great joy to me to work on this team.
There's a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
So earlier we announced, yay, Burning Crusade Classic is coming.
No, not even a
there's
little?
There's a lot more to it. Let's take a look at the features, because wow. I mean, wow, right? Wow. I was so excited by playing Draenei and Blood Elves. I played both, and I will say my heart's with Alliance. And I also took up jewel crafting on my Draenei Shaman. I wanted to corner the market. Just the whole notion of having items with sockets and just exploring that whole system. I'm also
so tired. What's up, Gore? How you doing, man?
I completely lost my
Maybe
time
it's tired. Maybe it's just, you know, age.
The Burning Crusade, I remember being there back then. I mean, it was our first expansion ever. So all the new features was like this really cool moment of like, what's coming next, what's going to happen, and one of the things that you know was pretty impactful to the game was
BlizzCon coverage,
Alliance having Shaman. I mean,
because I was really excited to see this, but this is
going back and trying to fight Shaman. I was Alliance back then.
So is this
not understanding that class at all because my team didn't have it.
Deep dive? Because this doesn't look like a deep dive.
I didn't know what that was. It's just like, why are
you know what I mean?
That's not what you said.
Yeah, no, but no.
Was the Winter Rogue buff, bro? I have a video for it this morning, but basically more damage, and it's a lot easier to see. I have a video out from this morning for Gore.
But Shaman, why? Like now I started to understand Shaman a little bit better. We got some of their benefits. You know, I actually like got to see totems being placed down on my side for once, and got to see the frustration of dealing with Bubble Hearth on the other.
Yeah, I remember when I was doing raids, we were always jealous of the Alliance having paladins for Blessing of Salvation. Like people would be pulling aggro off me, and I'd be yelling at them like, "Wait for 3 Sunders!" And then Alliance just like, "No, it's no problem. Just go."
Yep. So hey, I mean, you know, we were upset raiding like Razorgore without Earthbind. I mean, really even the playing field for both PvE and PvP, which was kind of cool. But there were a ton of new features and just abilities with this too. You know, as we got
a deep conversation,
to experience new content, and new things. I remember one of my first experiences with understanding what it meant for designed by Blizzard, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I was an engineer, right? I wasn't a designer. I was working on like the live ops team at the time, and you know, I was playing my class, avid player of Mage, and I kept I sent this long email to Tom Chilton saying, like, hey, you know, here's what Mage needs.
Dawson Manifesto.
So it was a well thought out forum post.
Okay, I do want to keep him in the background, but I do want to take a look at the schedule because maybe we're watching wrong stream. But there's supposed to be the schedule here. And then I guess they're talking about the Burning Crusade deep dive. Is that on both of the channels? Yeah. So there's supposed to be one for Shadowlands update. That's what I'm really trying to wait for. That's what I really want to see. Is the Shadowlands update with it to discuss the latest content coming to Shadowlands, to talk more about it, like the raid, the dungeon, the cosmetic stuff with our Covenant. That's what I really want to see. So that is on the way. It's just, I guess, these guys here first.
You could reflect back. So I remember that was really fun to kind of find ways to time that and use it as a defensive ability as well.
Want to do both? Duels and that?
I'm a hunter now, actually. Yeah, I've switched.
So the thing is, I also told everybody that wants to do duels that we're probably not doing them today. We'll do them tomorrow.
That was it.
So I don't know if it'll be easy to get an EU group together for duels.
Like the arenas and the arena system. That was a whole new world for us. You know,
Arenas, dude, in TBC. That's gonna be interesting.
The way the matchmaking happened. Usually, I was pretty competitive in PvP, so I would even
Diablo.
get in
What's
there and
next?
Stop the enemy.
Is it
team.
more interesting?
It was just there to be casual, or you know, even though like we were a good team, we weren't like the best of the best. So when we ended up going against one of those teams, it was just like, well, geez, we're just getting stopped now. This is tough. Arenas gave everyone an opportunity to play against equal-minded opponents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you were a little bit more casual, you get the opportunity to play against people who weren't maybe so competitive. Or if you were like cutting edge, go for it. Like try to be the best of the best. And what was great about that is it really just it spawned an esport. Like that wasn't we didn't design it for that. We just wanted people to have fun. But when we noticed like, hey, everybody's playing this, everybody's like competing in this, people are watching it, we had to embrace that. We started featuring it at BlizzCons, and we've been doing it every year since.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I think one of my favorite things to recollect was the exciting zones that you would travel.
Only I think Call of Duty's introduction of Arena, another meta in advance. Yeah, I guess we do know the meta in advance, whether we played it or whether we played on private servers.
Going around and doing all those quests. And all
there is one thing about those classic things is nothing is really ever new because we already know so much info. We already know the metas.
And you'd be fighting off your hellbores, and then all of a sudden you'd see the screen start to shake, and like these thump, 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 and then. And you're like, oh my god, I gotta run. He's right on top of me.
Sound still haunts my dreams.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's terrifying.
Even in life, it's just.
I was a hardcore classic TBC player. So sorry for that. I can relate to them.
And then the payoff when you later go to Netherstorm.
I think which channel is the Shadowlands update.
Are
you sure?
Inside the Fel Reaver, you're gonna have to kill him. And you're like, that guy? Like that guy that used to terrorize me? And they're like, yeah, I think you could take him now. And that was such an exciting payoff to be able to like bring that full circle and go back and see him again.
For me, I snuck into beta. I got really lucky because I could see the construction sign for some of the zones, and of course I ignored it and went and explored. So I remember running through Blade's Edge and just seeing dragon carcasses and skeletons impaled in the environment, and then moving on to Netherstorm. I just was blown away, even from Zangarmarsh all the way through.
Okay, hold on.
Felt like its own
I have
world.
their stream
And
up.
Just be able to go through that and just the delight of it. And
I have their stream up on Twitch. We will see if it's any different.
Area 52. That's what I love about WoW is you can have epic storylines and still find lightness.
It doesn't look like there is a different stream, boys.
I'm an explorer.
I think it's the same stream.
You know, for me, I remember
except this one is a lot quicker than YouTube.
A new gameplay type for me. I became a collector in Burning Crusade. Right, and it kind of started with the outdoor.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually any different, boys.
I got my outer rep all the way up, and then I was thinking about switching to Scryer, and people were like, "You're insane! Don't do that."
Not sure. I just asked everyone. So yeah,
like,
they're trolling probably.
You know, just to prove people wrong. And I did.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually any different.
It was cool. It was really fun. But then I started doing other things. Like there were all these new like mounts and pets, and I went back and even got some of the older reps like Thorium Brotherhood and Winterspring. But then like things like Netherwing Ledge came out. The world just opened up for me in Burning Crusade to really start my collection.
Of course, we also had flying mounts, which I loved, and then decided to play with some friends on a PvP server. And was running around Hellfire, and Death from Above, which is likely just Pat.
Probably.
Yeah.
You were flying around harassing people, Pat?
I was getting a lot of honorable kills back in the day.
So that's just a quick look at some of our memories for Burning Crusade, and that was 13 years ago. Mm-hmm. So that code has been hanging around for 13 years. And we're not just doing a save as Burning Crusade Classic.
Oh no, it's a lot harder than that.
Yeah. So let's get into some of those details.
So one of the challenges has been that we don't actually want to ship on the old code. And the reason for that is because it's got a lot of bugs and difficulties with the architecture that we don't want to have to deal with. But we do want that old data. And we talked about this.
They're telling one of our obvious facts from 10 years ago. Great. I think it's supposed to be like a round table of people that that are remembering some of their favorite moments from TBC to kind of connect with the audience. Again, it is a lot different than what like a deep dive would be in with an audience. So I guess that's what they decided to do, is like a round table. So then the audience is kind of like the fourth person of that round table. Listen to the stories. For some people it works, for some people it doesn't. Is Diablo same deep dive is live? Because Twitch I think it is. Diablo? Should we watch the Diablo deep dive?
More difficult this time, like the fact that we've made a
Chat.
couple of minor changes or bug fixes.
Should we watch the Diablo deep dive over the WoW Classic TBC deep dive? Because if you want to do that, we can actually find Diablo, and I think they should be streaming over on their side. Yeah, TBC or Diablo, because I think Diablo is doing the thing too. Yeah, wait, hold on. Diablo has something. What is this? Wait.
Take the problem and I make it smaller. I mean, it's just I just pull 3 guys into the shadow
Yes,
realm
please.
and
Okay, we'll swap to Diablo for a
and
bit.
then I come back in. I'm like, all right, smaller problem.
Some Diablo gameplay.
I
SL,
love the
please.
idea of
So Shadowlands, I think, is in 15 minutes. Shadowlands, I think, is in 15 minutes on the Diablo effect, Diablo channel.
During which time they will get to retaliate with much more damage than an ordinary attack. If you're quick on the draw, this is the specialization for you. I'm just like a little bit skill capped there, and you know, like every time I try to make it work, I'm just a little bit shy of the skill level that's required for that.
It's almost like you're a surgeon, and it requires a really
Most people that play TBC won't.
ability to assess what's happening.
I do not connect to this, to be fair.
My
Most people that play TBC won't.
Specialization. As you might expect, this ability lets you build multiple combo points, which enhance your spender's effectiveness in combat. It basically, you just like get into this rhythm of combat of like 3 builders to a spender. It lets you build up to these big moments. It almost makes like a rhythm game out of combat, which I really enjoy. And the way the class specializations work is you will work with one of the world groups of rogues around the world in Sanctuary that you will find and do class-specific quests that no other class can do. Whether it's the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye, the remnants of that order that you choose to work with, or the mercenaries of Kyrgyzstan, or the outlaw smugglers of the swamps of Hawazar, depending maybe on what speaks to your class fantasy, or depending on which specialization speaks to you or you find more powerful, you'll be able to complete that quest line and then activate that specialization. Which then you can mix and match with any of the playstyles.
Let me find that other stream, because that's still playing in the background. Let me put it back there.
But you could also be an exploit weakness, range, or melee, or hybrid player. It just gives the class such huge variety in builds and playstyles.
I love how that ties into the open world aspect. You know, the ability to go to Kyrgyzstan or Hawazar and get these special quests that only the rogue can get. That touches on one of the things that I love that we've done, which is like connecting the weapons and equipment to regions. When you're exploring the world and you pick up a sword in Kyrgyzstan, it's
going to be awesome. Right? It actually looks really cool.
In Skazglan, which is up in the north,
I'm interested in the druid for like the shape-shifting, but the rogue does look cool as hell.
Sort of like this. It's a subtle thing, but I think it really, different armors that you get in different regions look like they're from the place. And so giving that sense of place in the world is something that
that's what we're missing in that.
Every time I play the game,
it seems like the stream is kind of spicy. We're missing some good stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys maybe want to go back to the TBC roundtable
and experience it. I just want to see what's around the corner.
The weapons are also like
Druid main for life. I don't remember Druid all that well.
Part of the class and the ability to
I think they had Druid back in 2
through magic, through
but the idea of like shapeshifting was always really cool.
Really spoke to us when we try to tap into the core of the class.
I love how they made the druid forms look so powerful.
That you could hire.
Yeah, they did some really good stuff.
Kind of, special arrow shot they would come with, and it's something we paid homage to with the imbue system, all the way from directly elemental imbues like the frost imbue, which feels a lot like the ice arrows that the D2 mercenaries used to shoot. All the way to, we expanded it to feel a little grittier, a little darker into things like Poison Imbue and Shadow Imbue. Just the ability
Shadow Imbue
to
looks
take,
cool.
Any sort of attack and kind of mix and match with those imbues.
Once that kind of clicked for me that I could take any ability and imbue it with, either of those elements. Rain of Arrows with Frost and Rain of Arrows with Acid is
that's cool as hell.
You're essentially freezing the battlefield.
That's awesome.
And then I just love
this is referring to WoW. It's going to be my first class to play Diablo 4.
all the monsters.
Oh, in WoW
experience.
you mean? Oh,
And
okay.
we've had a ton of fun making that art, so it's always fun to kind of see the.
Oh,
you know,
I see what
just
you
a
mean.
field
Like,
of Goatmen melt into
your
nothing,
main
you know,
in
you
WoW
just
is
kill everything
druid, so
on
you're
the
gonna be
screen
main druid
in a gory mess.
in Diablo 4.
I never really gets old.
That's cool.
It's a really flexible way
That does
to
look
take
really,
a
really
build
cool,
that
though.
you're already comfortable with, that you already like. Say you're really
Diablo 4
comfortable
will
with
be a
flurry
WoW
and
clone.
shadow
Only
step as you have your
only
melee
difference
skills.
is bird's eye
You find
view.
yourself needing more crowd control.
I don't know if
without
it'll be a
changing your
Diablo
playstyle,
clone,
you can just
but
add the
hey,
custom view,
to each
to
their
your
own,
bar,
right?
And now you're able to use those same abilities.
I think
to
it's a little
slow down
different.
enemies or build up to a full freeze.
Yeah, and Frost and View plays pretty well with group play.
If you think
as well,
Diablo
right?
4 will be a
You know,
WoW
where I
clone,
can
what do you
freeze
think
an enemy
Diablo
and
3
somebody
is
else can
then?
blow it up.
Or also the way that chills work in the game, they build up to a full freeze. So if your best buddy is a sorceress player, your chill spells and your frost imbued chills will actually build up faster
cool.
than if you were.
So if
using
you're a rogue
player.
and you have a mage, wizard, or whatever that uses frost spells and you use frost imbues, that's kind of cool. That's pretty cool.
Awesome synergy. So the last thing that's worth spending some time talking about the rogue.
If let
is,
him go shapeshift and will
how
have me
mobile
stuck.
The class is just how able the class is to kind of close the gap between themselves and the enemy. Even while they're mounted, you might find yourself, a full screen away and just dismounting into a rain of arrows, closing the rest of that.
That looked cool as hell, dude.
Like a dash, and then getting back out of there, dropping some caltrops. They can basically control the fluid motion of combat in a way that no other class can. That's something that beyond all of the other customization options that you have, whether it's the playstyle, whether it's the range at which
What
you
are those
engage with
ballista
enemies,
things?
whether
It's like a
cosmetics,
mass of just
the sheer mobility
body
of
parts.
The class, lets you just adapt.
That looks
to the
wicked
situation.
sick as hell, dude. Just a walking ballista that's just body parts stitched flapped together. That looks insane.
Offensive
More instead of charges play group synergies? Yeah, I think it's really cool.
Like, shadow stuff, right? Like abilities like Shadow
Yeah,
Realm,
give me them.
abilities
Shadow
like
Realm looks cool as hell. I don't know what the hell Shadow Realm is, but it looks like a slow on enemies.
Gets you out of a very dangerous situation by picking that one lone.
They're on talking about the WoW memories over there. Over here is Diablo. The other ones are talking about TBC. I'm waiting for Shadowlands.
Just feels like such a rogue thing to do.
When I play the rogue,
No deep dive going on.
Like surgical precision.
I mean,
I
what
really
is there
feel
to deep dive on about a game that, like, we all played way back in the day?
Effortless. Almost sometimes a little unfair.
So I think it's just them catching up with like old memories and talking about what TBC used to be like and how to recreate it. You know what I mean?
We'll hear more about PvP in a little bit,
but yeah, I'm really excited to hear more. But what else more could you talk about TBC?
Players on the team,
they're not gonna have like new content.
They're able to like surprise you.
They're not gonna be like, we have new dungeons that we've never had before. It's gonna be same dungeons that people had back in the day. You know?
Unleash a rain of arrows that's frost imbued, and before you know it, you're all frozen. And looking at.
But talking about how cool it was to maybe get paladins and shamans for the other faction.
Things in our game right now.
Some of the original bugs back in the game and how they wanted to clean it up.
This is like the ultimate blog post.
How they had these cool experiences with groups and PvP and how they want to recreate it, stuff like that.
And of course, there's probably going to be more in the future, right?
I think Shadowlands is going to be more in depth because there's going to be like actual new things for us to talk about.
Wraps it up for the rogue,
which is all well known. Exactly. Like what?
And learn a little bit more about.
I think they're just trying something different because it is a different kind of BlizzCon, right?
And John for introducing the rogue.
The Diablo 4 look cool as hell, though.
I'm really excited that we finally
the
got
rogue looks awesome.
And announced to the community.
Yeah, Diablo's looking awesome, dude.
Diablo's
looking awesome.
World. Now, I think maybe the best way to start this conversation, Karina, would be just for me to ask you, like, what are you most excited about? What we're adding in Diablo 4 for the open world? What feature? What mechanic? What are you most excited to talk about first?
I am really excited about just exploring the world. I am a huge completist naturally, that's the way I play, and I love exploring and looking around at every single nook and cranny. The more this game has been growing, particularly since last BlizzCon, the more fun I am having just riding around the open world on my mount. And
that open world thing on Diablo does seem pretty cool, though.
It's really fun, I think. Now that we've kind of taken Sanctuary, just made it so much larger when you're playing through the game. You know, when you compare it to
Immortal.
Oh,
no.
Like exploration and movement throughout the world.
Not Immortal,
games, obviously, but. Now that we've
I don't know if you were there when they would talk about Immortal. I was like, no.
We can really dive much deeper into like how does Sanctuary actually all fit together? Like, be able to ride from Skosglen to the Fractured
Look how
Peaks,
beautiful that
it's
looks,
very,
dude.
Very interesting that way.
That
One of the
looks
things about
insanely
that I think is
good.
really neat is the collection.
That little river
aspect
ravine,
of mounts.
rain,
there's all these
a bridge,
horses, a horse breeds,
a horse.
other mounts you can find.
Look at that
throughout the
horse.
world, from completing puzzles.
Look, my
or
oh,
just
look at
finding
that
different
horse.
locations,
That's a
or
cool looking
slaying
horse.
Certain particular kinds of monsters.
I wonder if it's anatomically correct.
Things to customize
Because you can have all the bones.
like horse armor. There are hoof plates you can get and trophies to show off your accomplishments. There's lots of different ways to make sure that you can personalize your mount, make it really feel like it's
Look at that
your
thing.
companion.
Yeah, and it's really cool that, like you mentioned with the horseshoes,
Thematic
you get to
looking-
actually
oh, it looked
change
good.
the
It
speed
looked
at
really
which your
good.
horse can run. And
Them
that's something
ears,
I like
dude.
to be able to customize the horse
Them
to the
ears.
type of gameplay that I like to enjoy as a player. And it's really, really fun. I like the amount of variety that you give us.
And I mean, there's more to mounts than just that as well. So like one thing we know we didn't want to do with mounts in Diablo 4 is we didn't want to have like jousting, this idea of like fighting from horseback. It's not really the Diablo experience, right?
Yeah, that's something I'm super excited for. Like we showed last BlizzCon, we had the sorceress. We showed her dismount skill Ice Dash, where she shoots forwards off her mount and destroys
That looked cool
everything
as
in her
hell.
path. Well, with the rogue, we got to have a little bit more fun with it, and the animation department has done a fantastic job of having her leap up into the air and fire
at that
down
leap.
like the rain of arrows that destroys everything. It's really, really cool. It feels really good.
The idea of like leaping from your saddle and just raining arrows down on your enemies as you pass by, getting down the frame and then starting to like stab people and poison people, like that is
looks
spot
good.
on what we're looking for. Being
I'm
able
just
to
looking at
jump
the
in and
details of
engage
it.
with enemies from
That's
the
enjoyable.
horse, and then just fight it out.
But did it say
take it out
aborted
with your
immortal in
skills,
order
everything
to
else
go
you
for
can
Diablo
do.
2
It's
Resurrected?
interesting that your
No,
mount
they're
can't
still
take
doing it.
damage, but if a monster
But-
actually attacks you while you're mounted, you will actually be forced to dismount. So there is a flip side
I
of
don't know.
actually judging for yourself.
Yeah,
when
Hi-
you do
Remaster
wanna
looks
use
really
that
good. I'm
skill
hoping
in
it
order to
plays
prevent you from being
similarly.
forced off unintentionally.
Like it's gonna play
Yeah,
differently because it's gonna be
definitely a little bit of gameplay
2D
there
to
to
a
make sure you're
3D.
using it in a
But I
way
hope
that's
it
most
plays very
appropriate
very
of get where you're
similarly.
trying to go, and also fight the monsters you want to fight. One of the things I'm most excited about for
The same fun
open
feel
world right
is
now
all I
is
need
a
out
feature
of
we
it.
have called camps. So camps are basically these
No.
strongholds of evil.
It's a separate
out in the
game
overworld.
between Diablo 2 and
You gotta remember
between Diablo
that,
3, but on
decades
phone.
ago, during the events
They
of Reaper of
didn't
Souls,
show it too much,
when
but they
Malthael
did
rose to
mention
power,
it.
The Reapers killed like
know?
9 out of 10 people throughout Sanctuary. Like a tremendous number of people passed away. Now there's a big power vacuum out here. Decades later. And these monsters have started to move into these places. Bandits, monsters, goatmen, all kinds of different creatures, skeletons, the undead, have started to like resurface and come back into these areas and start to take them for themselves. You, as the hero of Sanctuary, get to kind of wander through these spaces and begin to reclaim them for the people of Sanctuary. That's part of what makes
It
them
looks
really,
so
really neat.
crisp,
Each of them
you
have
know?
their own story. They're their own
Looks
unique
so
fixed
good.
place in the world.
Unlike quests is something that happens randomly in the world, and then you can come across them anyway.
They're
Camps
still
are
talking
kind of
about
a fixture
TBC,
that
so as soon
you
as
as a
they're done,
player,
which should
when
be in
you come
about 3
across that
minutes,
evil,
we should be
you
able
can
to
actually
switch over to
have a real
Shadowlands Deep Dive
impact
Boys.
on the
So I think it'll
open
be very
world
similar
that
to what
everyone
we've seen with
else can see,
Diablo, but
because
Shadowlands.
Once you have defeated that evil, one of the
Ruins
really
of
fun things is that
Quara,
you
something. Oh,
basically unlock that camp
Quara
and you make a
Yisu.
new waypoint that previously
Cool.
didn't exist for yourself, but like suddenly all the marketplaces open up, and now you have a blacksmith vendor in a location that previously didn't exist, which I think is really, really cool.
Now, what we're looking at here, this was a
Oh, that was a cool
village
icy
of terror
effect.
usage. Now it's fallen to
Dude,
ruin.
look at those mobs. It
The-
looks so
the people
detailed.
here in the dry steppes had a problem. The problem was there were bloodthirsty cannibals that dwelled nearby and would regularly
Cannibals.
raid their community. And the people had to come up with a solution. They weren't strong enough to defend themselves from these cannibals, so they made a dark bargain with a demon. And they were able to gather enough power to push these cannibals
maybe I'll
out
try to run
protect
after
their
WoW stuff?
community,
Oh, cool.
But not without great cost, as we can see.
Are you guys
here.
trying to compete?
You're kind of helping resettle parts
That's
of
awesome.
Sanctuary in many ways when you take these camps back from the enemy. Vendors will come back, and now suddenly there might be like new quest givers, new stories that need to be told. Dungeon entrances can appear in some of these places after.
That's cool. So you go to places, clear out the enemies, and now towns can get resurrected.
From these forces of darkness.
That's pretty cool.
And again, it's just so cool to see you permanently change the world as you find these places and kind of wander through and solve these problems. One of the other neat things about camps, and in general, like the overworld, just broadly speaking, is we have so many more opportunities now to kind of play with movement.
It pushes the bar vertically as well as horizontally, and we now have been playing around with the idea of jumping across chasms to allow the player to get access to a location that they previously didn't have.
There's all kinds of areas for players to like find their own path, allowing them extra movement options
pretty
they
cool.
hadn't had in previous Diablo games.
We are also in a vertical top-down camera for the environment, and so it really breaks up the plane that you typically see as like not only as a developer, as an animator, but also as a player. There's such a huge variety of things that you can possibly do to mix it up and make things a little bit different. There's like certain puzzle elements to it. That it's not so straightforward and not always obvious. So it's
Gonna
not
try
just a
virtual
matter
chests and
of
dungeons, not
running
sure that's
through the world
enough.
and getting, to your goal.
Yeah, I think like 18s, you basically got to 3-chest them.
Now, Karina,
to be competitive.
I know that you were very excited about PvP.
I'm a huge fan of PvP. I love the first time that we all actually had a chance to, as a whole team, play PvP, because the amount of feedback that generated, I think it took design like 3 days to go through it all. And what that showed me is that I find everyone they either love it or they hate it. And I personally love it. I really enjoy it. So the way that PvP works is that the hatred of Mephisto has been bubbling up from hell and has created these areas in the open world that you can freely walk into that kind of consumes you and makes you turn against your fellow players.
PvP, even in these areas, these fields of hatred, right? Even in these spaces, it's not like mandatory. So these are optional places players can choose to go to kind of collect shards of hatred that they can collect from like killing monsters, from completing events, opening chests, all kinds of ways to earn these things, not necessarily just killing players. And as you earn these shards of hatred, they're kind of in an unpurified state. They're in a basic state. You need to bring them to a purification event in order to turn them into a currency that you can then use in the nearby, like,
this is the WoW channel, right?
Around the fields of hatred.
It is the WoW channel. Okay.
Is that when you're trying to purify these things, that's when everybody nearby finds out and hears, like, oh, okay.
Well, hopefully they'll be swapping to Shadowlands very, very soon.
Go and kill those players and take all of their shards before they finish. But once you purify them, they're yours. You can't lose them. But before they're purified, they're
open a
forgetting.
Pac-Man server. That is the level of spirituality from Blizzard.
Even if you don't want to engage with other PvP players, you can actually explore those areas.
That's some of my favorite expansions since Wrath. Hell yeah. Have you tried Legion? Legion was really good too.
You need to then turn them in.
Legion was really good. A lot of people that played Wrath loved Legion.
Gear, trophies, and other content. You actually are hostile yourself and actually can be attacked during that single moment. But I think that really creates a lot of opportunity for you to team up with friends for just that one little moment in order to gain the reward that you spent so much time collecting.
So you call out earlier that the shards of hatred are used for like some of the vendors you can find in the fields of hatred. There are some special vendors that only kind of arrive in these areas. They'll have special costumes or new mounts and weapons and things along those lines. Nothing that's like strictly more powerful than stuff you can get in other parts of the game, but stuff that really like speaks to your desire as a PvP player.
We find the schedule again.
One of the things that's really kind of neat about the system in general is that as a player, if you choose to go hostile, betray other players who are near you, try to get as many shards of hatred as you can, you're going to slowly begin to kind of like infuse yourself with that same.
Okay, so it's actually 6:35 is when they'll do Shadowlands. So 6:35, not 6.
Now, once you do that, everyone within a very large radius of you is going to be able to see you as a threat on the map. And they're going to get a bonus for killing you. So when that occurs, you have a set amount of time you need to survive. And if you're able to do that without running away or jumping in a town portal and trying to escape, if you're able to do that and finish that period and manage to escape or defeat your people who are coming to try to destroy you, you're going to get a really big bonus at the end. And that's been really, really exciting to watch.
PvP in Diablo 4. I remember that people were really unhappy with Diablo 3 PvP because apparently it was just like overpowered. So I wonder,
D2, where I think you can
what's it?
Sell the
I wonder if the
ears
PvP
for
will
one
be
gold.
balanced and fun.
Doing that. I know we were playing around with them as a currency at one point, but I think right now it's just a cool trophy that you get to collect and show off.
Yeah, right now, very, very cool trophy.
What time is it for you? It's 7:30 p.m.
Like, you can fill up your whole
but I mean, they're doing BlizzCon now,
see, like,
so the actual Shadowlands thing should be available in 2 minutes.
Was always like the really
so we'll swap to that as soon as we can.
Kind of proof, like, yeah, I got that person that time, right? So we want to make sure that we embrace that aspect of it. That's the important part for us. I think that's going to be a really great
Diablo Immortal Alpha and Beyond at 6:45.
Dude, I love that it is such a, it's only one part of how large and open the
but they'll also be doing Diablo. What's
really
next?
Back to the adventure in
I guess replay.
How do you feel?
I guess they will be replaying it on the Blizzard channel.
There's so much to look forward to in Diablo 4 right now. Like what we talked about today just scratches the surface. in general, as a Diablo fan, there's a lot
Time to
be
switch
looking
to
forward
Watson.
in the,
Yep.
on the franchise
I have
in
it
the future.
open on the other monitor in
Thank you
case.
so much for watching today. We look forward to speaking to you more about this game and others in the future.
Well, Diablo looks really good. I really like that. Diablo actually looks really, really good. But here they are on World of Warcraft. Hey. Moon Touch, Netherwhelp. When people saw the Netherwhelp mount, they were like, TBC confirmed. 100%.
It's time.
Finn?
Wait, what? The clarion call of adventure. Oh man, World of Warcraft? I'm in.
Oh, I'm so in.
I knew you'd call.
Warcraft. About bloody time. Axes. Heroes.
The hell am I watching?
Another one.
Christian, it's been ages.
The hell am I watching? Is this a commercial for WoW Classic? Is this what this is? Is that what that is? Watching them call each other? What happened to phones? Oh, Shadowlands. What? Weird. That was a Shadowlands commercial. Huh, never seen it. I thought it was classic for some reason. TBC. Alright, boys.
Hey,
the
everybody.
update.
So excited to be here with all of you to
how are you
celebrate 30
doing,
years of
Ian?
epic entertainment experiences.
How's it
from Blizzard.
going?
And of course,
How's
out
it
of all
going?
of those, the one that's nearest and dearest to my heart is the World of Warcraft expansion, Shadowlands. And that's
Ian
what we're here
has
today
such
to talk
nice, soft eyes. I never noticed it up until the camera was really up in his face
The
like
development
that.
experience for Shadowlands over the course of last year was unforgettable for all sorts of reasons. But it's also something that really has taught the team, taught all of us, a lot of lessons about World of Warcraft and how we can make
Dude,
the
looks
game
rough.
better for all of you
Tim.
going forward. Because Shadowlands wasn't just the product of our development team's efforts last year, it was a product of your efforts as well. It was the product of a conversation between us, the development team, and all of you, the players, the community, who inhabit this world that we're the custodians of. The beta for Shadowlands started earlier than any beta for a past expansion that I can recall.
Has it?
And over the course
Really?
of last year, we had tons of folks in our beta giving us feedback, reporting bugs. But we also had even more people just in the community in general, following developments, following updates, watching YouTube videos, chiming in on Reddit threads, on our forums, on social media, everywhere else, letting us know what was exciting, what was concerning, what you didn't understand, what you were worried about, what you were happy about, and more.
True.
And all of that helped shape Shadowlands, and I could not be more proud of where we ended up. And it's been amazing seeing everyone jumping into this new world that we've crafted together and having an amazing time over the last couple of months.
Shadowlands has
That's
been
a
enjoyable.
conversation. That's a process that I would like to carry forward into 2021.
Yes, please.
And for that to be a baseline for how we build World of Warcraft
Community-based changes.
going forward.
Listen to community
as we're
has
here
been
today
one of the best
talking
things
about
they've done
the
for
next
Shadowlands.
major update, what you're going to hear about shortly is where we're headed in terms of the world, in terms of the story, in terms of these epic characters we've just been introduced to, major villains like the Jailer and Sylvanas, and what's up with Anduin anyway. But
Sure.
when we talk a bit less,
What is up with
however,
Anduin? He's a
about
little weird. He's doing
systems,
something weird.
We have tons to share there, but the way we need to work on our systems, as we've learned, is, of course, by first seeing how they're playing out in your hands. We couldn't really plan what we were going to do with legendaries or where Torghast was going to go or what was going to change about soulbinds without having
I'm hoping
the experience
Torghast updates,
of
yeah.
millions of
I'm
players
hoping to really go lean
feeling with
in
those
on that
systems and
whole
letting us know what you think.
roguelike.
And so I am pleased and excited to say that when we look at our systems, unlike in some past expansions at this point,
Like BFA.
we're not seeing anything that needs to be completely overhauled or replaced.
Like Battle for
What we
Azeroth.
see are solid foundations
Yep.
that are in many cases in need
Where
of
you don't need to make
innovation, and
essences,
upon which we can
and
build
then extra ranks
infrastructure
of
that will sustain us throughout the
Azeroth gear,
entirety of Shadowlands.
and then the cloak,
So that's a
corruptions.
conversation that's going to come when our public test realm goes live, and we'll have lots more information to share with you there. Now,
Public
what we are
test realm
gonna
is
talk
right,
about,
but okay.
and boy, do we have a lot of exciting stuff for you, is the first major content update for Shadowlands. Let me turn it over to my colleague, Jeremy Fiesel, who can tell you all about it.
Hi everybody, I'm Jeremy Fiesel. I
Hey,
am
Jeremy.
a designer on WoW, and it is my pleasure to get to introduce to you today a first look at what's next for World of Warcraft Shadowlands.
Okay, let's see. So big
So
troop.
let's talk a little bit about what we've accomplished so far.
Okay.
The champions of Azeroth have stepped foot in this otherworldly space known as the Shadowlands.
Corrupted Titan
the
Forging,
afterlife
and
for
me,
all souls
if that's
from
a thing
Azeroth
ever, and me.
beyond. Within the Shadowlands, we have met new allies.
Yep.
We've fought a ton of new and interesting new enemies. We've
Dross,
joined covenants,
not new, but
and we've
pretty
gained
cool.
great power. And in this time, we have been able to deal with some of the immediate threats to our new covenant allies.
Yep.
We have taken down the Gorm and the Drust in Ardenweald, and the Forsworn in Bastion. And
Yep.
ultimately, we've been able to add some stability back to each of our new allies' home zones.
True.
Within the Shadowlands, we have also been able to help out many of the denizens that are undergoing this major lack of anima by sending anima back out into the world, reinvigorating both our allies as well
That looks
as
cool
the
in
military
Bastion.
forces.
I
of
love
each
the
of
way
our
that looks in
covenants, so they
Revendreth,
can take
dude.
the fight
Looks
back
so
to their
good.
enemies. And as a culminating element to all of these things, we've been able to take out one of the jailer's main lieutenants, the traitorous Sire Denathrius in Castle Nathria. And yet, behind all of these things is the looming, dark and mysterious figure of the jailer.
Yep.
So what do we really know about the jailer's dark designs up until this point? Well, we know that the jailer is in charge of the Maw, a dark and forbidden place that we can't spend even a moment too long in before getting unceremoniously swept out by the jailer's forces. We know that the Maw has had this huge influx of souls, allowing the jailer to gain massive amounts of power, as well as anima, thanks to the actions of Sire Denathrius. This has allowed the Maw to grow in great proportion, something we've been able to physically see just by looking out past Oribos into the darkness. In addition, every time we have tried to step foot
I know, that's a
into
good
the
question
Maw,
too.
we've been watched
I think it teleports.
unmercilessly
I honestly
by
think
the
it
eye of the
teleports.
jailer. We've never been able to get a solid foothold there. We have spent some time in Torghast, the Tower of the Damned, and we've rescued some very prominent souls. But again, we've never been able to get a solid and consistent foothold there and make any real progress.
Let me guess.
The
You
jailer
can mount
remains
more now.
this
You can mount in
mystery
the
of
Maw.
Shadowlands.
100%.
And exactly what
When you make a
his dark
foothold.
designs are for the afterlife are still unknown. This is the story we will be investigating in our first major content update for World of Warcraft Shadowlands, entitled Chains of Domination.
That looks really cool.
Now you can imagine with a name like that, we're going to be very centered around the jailer's forces and his plans. What do him and his champion Sylvanas have in store for the rest of us? And how does this influence our allies?
Please let us mount in the Maw.
In Bastion and
I think what they will do is it
jailer
looks
will
like they're
make his
adding a
first
way for you to make a Maw
showing
mount.
his hand,
Like
and
through
we'll be
a
forced to
like a
defend our
tinkering
brand new
thing.
allies,
By
as
doing
we
activities
see
in the Maw, you
what the
collect
jailer's
items and then you'll be able to make a
designs
Maw
for the
mount.
Shadowlands truly are. Let's take
I don't
another
think
look
they might
at that
make it so you
cinematic,
can mount, but
showing
we'll see.
what fate has in store for Anduin in Chains of Domination.
Is that the same cinematic? Might be.
Look around you! What makes you believe you're not just a weapon to achieve his ends?
Enough! Join our cause, or be made to serve.
Right now, you hold all the power. Make your choice, Sylvanas Windrunner.
Watching it again, boys. Oh, I'm gonna watch for the details.
Despite all our efforts, the Maw continues to grow. What if Denathrius' treachery is irreparable? The Primus is lost, and Bastion cannot save the Shadowlands alone.
None of this should have happened.
Perhaps the Winter Queen could.
My Archon, a living soul seeks an audience.
A mortal?
A king. By all our measures, one who has
When you
spent
saw
his life
Uther
striving for
grasp for the scar in his chest, he knew something was
who would
wrong,
give
dude. He
anything
never met
to
Anduin in his
serve
life,
his
but he
people.
knew it was basically the same.
One whose heart
Oh no. That's when I
Very
knew
well.
things were gonna go real bad.
He may approach.
So I don't think he's actually a Death Knight like Arthas is.
Step forward.
I think the powers that turned Arthas into Death Knight derive from the
My
Maw,
ascended
which
has
have became Death Knight,
The king,
but as we know
held
today.
captive in the Maw.
I don't think it was the Maw powers. And I think whatever is happening with him is more Maw-esque than Death Knight-esque, but it's similar. One derives from the other.
That I need.
You will release this soul from your grasp.
Dark Paladin? No.
He is bound to.
Wouldn't be a Dark Paladin. It'd be a whole nother Death Knight version. Something has to do with Maw. Bind your own brother. I want to see what that's about. Something about bind her own. Look at that, dude. That looks sick. Oh my god. Oh. God, dude. That made me a little sad too the first time I saw it, but damn. He's not sucking out her soul, but the key. Oh my god, dude. That looks so wicked. I don't think she's dead, by the way. I think he just took her key. One of the four.
Vessel performed its part flawlessly.
Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Because they're all apparently were part of the Pantheon of Death. And then they cast away the brother.
Death was never meant to be chained.
Damn, it looks so good. It looks so good.
There's a lot to unpack there, but as you can imagine, we're not going to take
So I don't think
like
Death
that
Knight
sitting down.
Jailer made
We're going to
Arthas.
call
I
in
think the
forces
powers of
all
the
four
Jailer
Shadowlands covenants.
made
For the
it
first
out to
time in
Azeroth
years, they will all
without
come
his
together, now
knowledge.
reinvigorated by
And I feel
anima
like Jailer
and
has
by
been
our
dormant
actions within the
until
Shadowlands
Uther
to take the fight directly
dropped
to the
Arthas'
Jailer.
soul into
Within
the
Maw,
Maw.
we will
And I think
uncover
that's what really made the
brand
Jailer
new,
wake up and be like, wait, has
never-before-seen
somebody been
areas.
using my
We'll also be
toys?
fighting off some new and never-before-seen enemies.
New
of
areas, new
course,
enemies, new rewards.
And naturally be uncovering some brand new Maw-themed
Yeah, there probably will be a storyline for
Our
Kyrian.
return to the Maw
Or maybe all the
includes
Covenants.
not only a chance for us to push back against the dark designs of the Jailer in areas that previously were very forbidding for us, where we really weren't able to spend very much time there. Having a secure, solid foothold with all four Covenants allows us to push back against that oppressive force. We'll be able to stop the Eye of the Jailer in its tracks, exploring areas that we were unable to explore before. And our mounts will once again even hear our call within the Maw.
Mounts in the Maw,
will not
boys.
only
There it is.
include some
There it
areas
is.
that we have seen previously, now with our new allies of the Covenants changing things up there, but also some never before seen sections. Let's talk for a second about the largest of those sections. So in the finale of that cinematic, you saw that the Jailer had sent his chains off out of the Maw and into the darkness. What he found there, that landmass shown there at the very end of that cinematic, is a landmass known as Korthia, and it makes up the largest new section of the Maw. Korthia is an ancient space that was lost in the in-between. It has its own strange creatures and wildlife that inhabit it, but it's also inhabited by some of the characters that we've previously seen in Oribos, including the Attendants and the Protectors, and some of their city structures. And very similar to Oribos, it is filled with mysteries, the likes of which
I'm writing some stuff for a video.
Shadowlands has yet to uncover. It is these ancient mysteries that the Jailer is truly after, the secrets of this strange group that we've only barely hinted at, known as the First Ones. Heading back into this area will allow us to explore all of these new sections, entertain new content, meet new allies, and face off against new
they're probably
foes.
going to be tameable.
And in addition,
Bit
we will
surprised if they
also
didn't.
see some brand new rewards. Some of the new rewards we'll find within the Maw include this Maw-themed undead horse, and a Maw hand mount that is actually a giant severed hand of domination that you'll ride on the wrist section of in a really creepy and cool manner.
Maw hand mount.
And of course, there will be Maw-themed battle pets to collect as well, including your very own minion of domination.
That's cool.
But our true purpose
A hand
within
mount.
the Maw
That's awesome.
is not just to collect battle pets.
That's awesome.
That's just a part of it.
That's actually
The true
funny as hell.
purpose of bringing all four of the covenants
It's a hand
together
mount.
within the Maw, of course,
It's so
is to be
good.
taking the attack directly to the Jailer's doorstep, the central area where the Jailer has holed up with all of his main minions is going to be our focus here as we raid the Sanctum of Domination. The Sanctum of Domination will be a 10-boss raid, and you'll finally be able to face off against the terrible Terragru that I'm sure has kicked you out of Torghast more times than you want to mention at this point. You'll be able to take all of your allies and take the fight directly back to it. We'll also be facing off against the creature that is the actual eye of the Jailer and figure out really what is the Jailer's eye here. Those of you that were fans of the lore of the Titan Keeper Odin might have some interest in that particular fight. The Jailer's
Eye of the
inner
Jailer's
sanctum,
Odin's
naturally,
eye, isn't
is
it?
a place where some
No
of
way.
the worst of the worst souls were sent
No
for
way.
the Jailer's personal torment. And we'll be seeing some of those souls here as well. Really looking forward to hearing who you think will show up in the Jailer's personal torment sanctum. Of course, any raid that features
Sarfang?
minions, servants, and soldiers of the cold
Sarfang?
dark like this one is going to have to
Corrupted
feature our
Sarfang?
old nemesis, Kel'Thuzad.
Yo,
And finally, the
Kel'Thuzad.
culmination of the raid, at long last, we will be taking the fight directly to Sylvanas Windrunner, the Banshee Queen herself.
That's awesome.
The finale of this
Odin's
fight
eye?
is going to
I think so.
change the future of the Shadowlands. But we're not going to spoil that for you today.
Uh-huh.
However, I can't wait for you to see what happens at the end. But the Sanctum of Domination
Uh-huh.
is not the only sanctum of the Jailer. We'll be seeing additional updates to Torghast, the Tower of the Damned, including the unlocking of brand new, never-before-seen wings. These wings have a brand new art kit, as well as new floors
I like
and
that.
new floor layouts.
These look cool
and
as
should
hell.
feel like something you haven't seen
Dude,
in
these mobs
Torghast
look
up until
awesome.
now.
Look at
You'll
those.
be facing off against brand new
Look
foes
sweet.
with dastardly ways in order to stop your ascent, new traps to trip you up, and of
New
course,
traps.
to help us fight
New powers?
against all of these dastardly minions of the Jailer.
Give us a taste.
Brand new
Give me a
game-changing
taste.
powers
Yes,
will be
please.
available as well. Moving on
Aw,
to
no.
additional updates
Come
within
on,
Chains
give
of
me one.
Domination. Fans of
Tease.
the
What a tease.
Operation Mechagon Mega Dungeon
Okay,
from our
Mega
previous
Dungeon.
patches, we'll be happy to learn that we are once again bringing back the concept of the Mega Dungeon.
Yes, please.
A Mega Dungeon is an 8-boss dungeon, epic in scale, and always has some unique and interesting loot that you can't find anywhere else. The Mega Dungeon for Chains of
Nice.
Domination is going to be focused around the enigmatic traders that we first met in Oribos, the Brokers. The Broker Mega
That's a good
Dungeon
question.
is a
Maybe they'll
large
talk about it.
broker trading city with portals, an auction house, and various different broker cartels that have made it their home. We're going to be learning more about broker culture and meeting some new and different kinds of brokers that we haven't seen up until now. This is an 8-boss dungeon, and in Chains of Domination will be available as Mythic only for now.
Okay, so
Within
it's
the
going to be a
Broker
Mythic
Mega
Plus
Dungeon, we'll
next
be facing
patch.
off against brand new broker cartel members, including dastardly broker assassins and 4-armed broker guards. The second half of the dungeon, as we start to exit the broker trading city, will feature a heist section, as we chase a broker that has stolen an artifact and plans to use it for his own purposes. As we chase this broker through the heist section, he'll take us through a number of different portals that take us to a lot of different, very varied locations where we fight a number of different bosses. One of these fights, of course, is against none other than an infinite pirate dragon. I trust that needs no explanation, so let's move on to the rewards. The rewards of this mega dungeon include things that we will only
pirate
see
dragon?
within broker culture.
What?
Some very special broker pets, including a broker-themed cat.
What?
We can capture some of the rats that scurry around within the broker trading city, and we'll get to see one of the pets that the brokers actually use as a currency. These strange worms that they found on another world and have scintillating eyes that are gem-like. It's sort of like a
pirate
living
dragon
sign of your wealth for the high ends of the broker cartels.
I didn't expect
you might
that.
Be able to purchase one of those
My brain is hurting. I gotta take a look at that picture again. That's a pirate
and we'll
dragon.
Be able to obtain the broker's special and interesting disc mount with a fly
It's a
around the trading city.
Legion mage mount.
In addition, there's
Okay,
going to be
dude.
a
Come
dazzling
on.
array of different weaponry for you to collect as
Oh,
well.
they're so cool.
Now let's
Look at
move
that
on
sword.
to updates to some of our covenant systems. We've been fighting hard to gain renown
looks
with our
good.
covenants, gain soulbinds, and additional conduits.
All right.
We'll be expanding upon a lot of these systems. Some of the ideas that we're thinking about include adding additional conduits, different conduit types, and expanding the soulbind system. Our general goal here is to give you more options in terms of how you specialize your character within your covenant and how you gain
More
additional
conduit
power
types. Huh.
We're very early
So
on in the
potency,
ideation
endurance,
phase here.
finesse.
We'd love to
So
hear
more
from
than
you.
just those.
If you want to take to the forums
Crazy.
and tell us how you would like to see your power grow within your covenant. Patch 9.1 also brings with it
Okay, so they don't have anything yet.
something that we mentioned a while back, and we're sticking to it. There's no rep grind associated with flying. You simply just need to continue completing activities for your covenant, and your covenant story chapters
No rep
will
grind.
unlock flying for you automatically.
Yes.
But we're not simply going to be unlocking
Finish the story.
flying in Chains of Domination. No, we want to do everything heavily covenant themed because it's all about working for your covenants. So completing the flying will also unlock a new specialized flying mount specific to your covenant. For the Kyrians, activating Anima to the Eternal Forge has allowed your stewards to once again produce this powerful flying centurion that hasn't been
that
seen
looks
in
so
ages.
good.
For the Night Fae, activating Wild Seeds with Anima that were thought lost to the
Oh, no.
drought
Oh my God.
will reawaken.
What
our
the hell
powerful
is
ally
that?
In the Wolf Serpent.
A wolf
From
serpent.
the Maldraxians, the
What
Necrolords
the?
naturally
What?
go to their natural environment, throw a saddle on one of the
What
giant
the?
corpse flies buzzing around their backyard, and
What
send
the
that on
hell?
into combat.
A
There's one
fly?
thing that you do know.
I can't
they're
say I
not
hate
going to
it.
be afraid of the stench of
I
death.
did not expect that.
And for the Venthyr.
Venthyr. It's,
Activating
is it a
Anima
bat?
within
Is it a bat? Is it a bat?
has
Is it a
allowed us
bat?
to
Is it a bat?
empower the
Is it a
Stoneborn
bat?
Brutes, giving us
What?
Anima-infused
These
Stoneborn
look
allies
so
as our
sweet.
brand new flying.
Oh my god.
But that's not all. Continuing
those
to
look so
advance your
good.
covenant and your
Those
renown
look so
will
good.
also unlock a set of cosmetic
Oh my
armor.
god.
Cosmetic armor sets can be worn by any armor type, from cloth to plate, and they can be mixed and matched with any of your transmog outfits if you want to take just pieces of them, producing a variety of different unique
Yo,
outfit
Mogs boys.
possibilities.
Mogs.
The cosmetic armor set for the Kyrian
What do we have?
is stylized after a Kyrian courier
Okay.
who might be rushing
Like a
across the
Hercules.
fields of Bastion
It's like a
with the
Hercules
mist.
kind of look.
It's very
Okay.
lightweight, it's very airy. For
Hercules.
the Night Fae, your cosmetic outfit will be themed around the Forest Defenders and includes many natural
Pretty cool.
wildlife elements,
Pretty
including
cool.
the horns of the Great Stag and the leaves of the various flora around
Pretty neat.
Ardenweald. As you can see, the
So
colors
glad I'm
here
Venthyr.
actually
Dude,
themed after the
Venthyr win, I
seasons
think.
as well.
With a mount.
For the Necrolords, we went all the way back to the Warcraft 3 initial idea of the Necromancer in this classically inspired Necromancer set, updated
That
with
looks
Necrolord
good.
colors.
That looks really, really
Everybody
cool.
who's a Necrolord will
That
finally
looks
get
so
to
sweet.
also
Imagine being a
have
Death Knight
little
with
bit
that.
of Necromancer
That looks
in them
pretty
as well.
neat.
And finally,
I like that.
for the Venthyr.
Venthyr.
No
What do we get?
Venthyr transmog
What do we
set
get?
would truly be complete without a set of finery, just waiting for the next Venthyr fancy party to break out.
A party
Venthyr
set.
players will be able to obtain these fancy outfits.
I like it.
for
I like that
whenever you
pop
need
color
to
and
head
everything.
off
That
to a
looks
ball.
cool. I like that. I
Chains
like
of
that.
Domination will
I like
also
that.
herald the beginning
I like that
of
a lot.
Shadowlands Season 2.
Gotta go back to
where we will
Necro.
be
They're
seeing
buffing
the
Necro
addition of a
too.
brand new
Season 2.
Domination-themed affix for Mythic Plus, an item level increase across the board in terms of available item levels that you can pick up by doing just about anything in the Shadowlands. We'll also be seeing the beginning of PvP Season 2, and something special in this PvP season that we're looking for is an honor talent refresh. The idea here is to take a look at some of our unused or underutilized honor talents and freshen them up a bit.
That's good.
Change things around in terms
That's
of
good.
the PvP metagame.
Yes, please.
We'll also
New
be
stuff.
seeing the introduction of
Yes.
seasonal rewards.
Yes.
These include both brand new colors of the Gladiator and Mythic Plus achievement mounts, as well as our new Vicious mounts. In this case, the Vicious mount is the Gorm. The Gorm was already pretty vicious.
Pretty cool.
So slapping a couple of pieces
I'm okay
of armor
with it.
on that and sending them out into combat
Pretty cool.
was a natural thing.
I
for the
don't
forces
hate
of the
it. I don't have a
Alliance
Gorm
and
mount.
Horde
I would like to get a Gorm mount.
Alright, let's
Pretty
take
cool.
a second to
I'm okay with
recap
that.
everything coming at you
Wow.
in Chains of Domination.
Wow.
First, we've got some
Wow.
major story quests,
Wow.
including a lot of the main characters of the Shadowlands that are centered most specifically around the designs and plans of the Jailer and his attacks on our allies in our covenants. We will be taking revenge by taking the fight directly to the Jailer in the Maw and forming a permanent presence there with all 4 covenants. We'll be exploring some never-before-seen sections of the Maw, including this new area known as Korthia and its various mysteries.
Korthia,
We will be taking the fight directly to the Jailer himself in the
Ooh,
Sanctum of Domination
look at
raid,
that.
which has the final boss as Sylvanas Windrunner. And we'll be making updates to Torghast, including some never-before-seen wings, floors, creatures, and powers. We'll be introducing a new mega dungeon themed around the brokers as a floating broker trading city with
Pretty
new
cool.
bosses to fight there and some very unique
Pirate
loot to it.
dragon,
We're
dude.
going to be
It's a
expanding upon
pirate
the
dragon.
conduit and soulbind systems and adding additional choice and power to your presence within your covenant. And alongside that, we'll be seeing some brand new Covenant rewards, including Covenant-themed flying mounts and Covenant-themed cosmetic armor sets.
Yeah,
both of
that
which
looks so
will be
good.
available in a variety of different colors to collect.
This is pretty cool.
Finally, we'll be seeing the launch
I like the
of
Venthyr stuff.
Shadowlands Season 2 and everything that entails.
Yep.
Thanks
That looks
everybody
really
for
good.
checking out our Shadowlands update. We've got a lot of really cool stories to tell still here in the Shadowlands, and we can't wait to get this content into your hands. From everybody on the World of Warcraft team, we hope you enjoy Chains of Domination, and we'll see you in the Shadowlands.
Now, they could have just done something like that for TBC, like talked about what are the different things from Classic to TBC, but instead it was like a round table of them catching up with their old school friends or whatever. It's pretty cool. Either way, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Did I not speak about tier sets? You're
Dolby
right.
is a proud partner of BlizzCon Online. Watch Shock versus the World in Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, only in the Dolby Access app. Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of BlizzCon Online.
Maybe that's where they had the Coca-Cola bear. Oh, the mount. Oh yeah, that should be available with 9.1.
We decided to do the community mount because Shadowlands was right around the corner, and the main theme of Shadowlands was player agency and player choice. So this seemed like a great
There's gonna be a
opportunity
second
to
season
engage
too?
the
Yeah.
community and let them choose the next mount for the World of Warcraft. Basically, what we did was
Yeah, I don't think they have everything planned for 9.1 yet. I think this is the stuff they have now, and there's some things that they want to work on, but it's still a work in progress. Lots of work in progress.
Wait,
that could have been the book?
Did it because the artists in our
Crazy.
community really engaged and came up with some awesome art to bring these ideas to life. As the lead art producer for World of Warcraft, I work with a team of 3 other art producers, and together the 4 of
She looks
us
so
are
sad. I don't know if she is sad
for
or
the
not.
tracking and coordination of all of the art assets that go into the game.
When the Wandering Ancient was chosen, I was given the task to bring it to life. First step in the task was to get together a reference board. I looked at fan art done by the community. I collected reference from past iterations of Ancients. That actually was like a huge base on where I began, especially if it's an asset that is, you know, a rehashing of something familiar. We've seen lots of different type of Ancients, but
is it 905 Shadowlands? I think this mod is on 9.1.
And so it seemed to make sense that if we were going to make
his name is McConnell. I didn't realize
the pantheon of past Ancients. So we have Ancients like the Ancient of War, the Ancient of Lore. Their look aesthetically fits their purpose, and so looking back and researching that and seeing that is what helped me kind of inform where I went from there. Once I have that reference board put together and I take a look at it, I start drawing real small. I look for a shape that is kind of a good base to work off of, and then I'll start to work in more specific details as more of the larger shapes start to make sense.
You imagine designing that stuff must be a fun job. Oh yeah,
grove that a
it's
player
dope
may
looking.
stumble
They are
upon, and then they just take a seat on this conveniently saddle-looking root system, and then suddenly it uplifts, and the character's surprised he's found himself on an ancient.
Oh, look at that bad boy! Look at that bad boy! Oh my
Of the
goodness!
concept, it's just all it is a blueprint or a guide. From there, I open up 3D Max, I start modeling it. I ended up keeping a lot of the foliage that was in the original Ancient because a lot of that stuff was already there. And then there was a couple.
Was it dope looking? Apparently, the leaves are supposed to change with seasons.
Created from scratch, so that would be. Like
so you basically got 4 mounts in one, depending on the season.
And for those,
like his leaves will change color.
ZBrush to kind of sculpt out a mesh to use as a base to retopo a low poly model that would be acceptable for the game engine. Finally, you know, for the texture, I used 3D Coat. It's a great, powerful tool. Anybody
Look at that
who
guy.
wants to do hand painted textures should definitely look into using it.
Oh, they're talking about how they made it. Okay.
When rigging starts to build the rig for the animators, we talk it over with the designer and we decide to figure out what the best kind of topology is for better deformation for the animators to get a more lifelike capture. Deformation is basically how your skin moves on the bones. So the geometry itself gets attached. As far as how your arm moves and how your skin moves when you articulate your wrist, your elbows, beard, ears, you want to kind of get a general sense of how the head is going to turn or how the elbow is going to bend. And get
Look at that walk
better
animation.
understanding of how it's going to deform. After that, you add
That looks
controls
awesome.
for the animators so they'll be able to move those bones without having to worry about what's underneath the hood. They can just go for the visual look where they have the controls and animate just like a puppet.
Okay. Is this Blender? I have no idea. I don't know what they use. I guess I had to use like a real person in the way they walk
After character
to kind of recreate it.
finished with the model, they passed off to animation to breathe some life into it. The Wandering Ancient was a bit of a unique starting point. We had animations available to us from 16 or 17 years ago that really helped capture the spirit and personality for the creature. We wanted to use those as foundations to build upon, and with the updated rig, we were able to go in and add new
It takes a
motion
little
and
bit of
life on
work
top of this
for
feature.
sure,
We
but
do this by a process called keyframe
when you walk with it
animation,
regularly,
which
I don't think it'll be
follows the
super
rules set by traditional
challenging.
animation in the past. We're able to use 3D software to use the rig and model to bring personality and motion into the character. Animation is really drawn from inspiration from the real world. Watching creatures and animals, how they move, you pick up these little things you might not think of. So it's really important to study the movement of nature and other humans to really figure out how your animation might better sell the motion
Aww.
and the physics behind it. A lot of creatures and characters in World of Warcraft don't exist in the real world. For this situation,
Look at that,
we
dude.
had to
Look at that
film ourselves
animation.
for reference. It helped us get in the mindset and feel the personality
Yo,
of the
that thing
character
looks
and really
so
help sell
good.
the emotion that they might use.
Dude, You're gonna get memed on. People are gonna take that part and slap it to random bits of content and make memes out of that.
As a sound designer is to look at the model, to look at the animations.
Oh
that the
no!
made,
That guy's. I feel like he's gonna get memed. That guy.
The material types
I think he's gonna get memed.
How fast is it?
They're just gonna cut it out and plug it to a random ass memes.
Sounds that will help you reinforce
Oh
them.
no!
So, what is it made out of?
Oh no! Why did they do that? I think that's actually how they make the sound of like the actual tree end, and then it'll modulate it. So it gives the creaking
He has a personality.
effects.
So what would he sound like? What kind of vocalizations would he make?
Just basic walking animation.
So working with Glenn on Ancient was awesome.
He does really well.
So much of the sound of
really
Warcraft over the years, and
but I feel like that part is going to get clipped and memed.
Helping to define what these creatures have sounded like in previous iterations. So knowing that we were going to make a newer version of it for this mount was a cool opportunity to have him jump in and add his vocal layers.
Out of context, yeah.
Knowing that it's maybe a little smaller than the other Ancients that have been in WoW in the past, and it's maybe a little more inquisitive, a little friendlier.
To help with the
animation's so good looking.
Do a creaking layer as well for the idols and longer ones. So.
One major tool for sound design is using layers to kind of composite together a coherent sound. So in the case of this huge tree creature, he has layers of leaves rustling, layers of branches moving as he shifts around. He's got his footsteps that are built out of a thud, the tree trunk itself kind of shifting and creaking and groaning, and then layers of his vocalizations as he's kind of making little idle sounds. So all of that comes together to create this one coherent set of sounds, but it's actually built out of a huge number of individual parts. It feels like a big organic creature where every time he moves, every one of his footsteps, his overall movement, there's a lot of variety there.
One of the ideas that came up was the changing of the colors of the leaves with the seasons.
Look at that.
I thought it was really fun to have these little extra Easter eggs, I guess, hiding on the mount, and it really helps bring the character's story and personality to a more unique place.
The team also added a little caterpillar to the top of the tree as a nod to the caterpillar that did not win the contest.
Oh yeah, the grub. I didn't have any part of that.
Caterpillar.
That's actually all John. He did it himself.
When I had initially pitched the concept to the team, Kelvin Tan, he suggested, hey, why don't we put
the
something
caterpillar,
like, I don't know, maybe like a little caterpillar or something like that. So
that
actually
make it trash. How you doing, my guy?
For me, one of the
we got a hashtag make it trash, my man. Thank you for that dono. Appreciate you
for the mount because it almost looks like
keep it up. Thanks so much, my guy. Appreciate you.
Is in control of the mount, kind of sitting back.
What I would like to see if the community take from this is to see how much
hashtag make it trash, boys.
Emotion and love
for that dono. Thanks so much, my man.
Most
I appreciate
artists here are also gamers and also WoW players. So it's one of those things where there's another group of players that are with the community, that are part of the community, that are just as involved in this as the community is.
So hopefully the first time you summon this mount, it's an awesome experience. The visual and the sound just feel really rewarding, and it's a super cool thing to hear.
I feel like I didn't really do much. We just watched BLIZZCON today, but
cool animations and all the sounds, and you start riding around the world and hearing the different little idols and sounds that it makes. I hope that matches the level of enthusiasm that people had for seeing this thing and all the cool fan art people have made for it.
Continuing to support the game, continuing to be passionate and excited for what we do. It's really a big part of what keeps me going to continue to work on this game. It makes me just feel super humbled and excited to continue doing what I do, so.
Dude, my man's gonna get memed on so hard. My man's gonna get memed on so hard, dude. So hard. My man, no. There's another hour, I think. What else is there? Okay, if the next one is voices of the afterlife, like the voices,
Dolby is a proud partner.
We'll probably skip the voices.
Watch Shock versus
because the most important
Dolby
stuff,
Vision and Dolby Atmos,
I feel like have
only in
premiered.
the Dolby Access app. Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of BlizzCon Line.
Every year, the Arena World Championship in Mythic Dungeon
I think it does have a pretty good sound, but I could be wrong.
Level PvP and PvE competitions Azeroth has ever seen. In this next year, will be no different.
See-do.
In 2020, we introduced to the AWC circuit, a round-robin format that pinned the 8 best teams in North America and Europe to battle over 4 weekends. We are thrilled to announce the return of the AWC circuit in Shadowlands, with 2 seasons in 2021. Even the most seasoned arena veterans started online, and so can you. The road to Gladiator is open, but only for those willing to take on the challenge. To get started, queue up and find your team, then head over to our registration portal for the next cup in your region. Anyone can sign up and compete, but only the top 8 teams who come out the strongest in the cups will receive invitations to compete in the first season of the AWC circuit.
This is basically done, boys?
Each circuit season will host 4
Are we basically done? This is basically BlizzCon, the parts that we wanted to watch. Or are we just... Or is there more? Well, let's see what the show after this. If after this is gonna be Voices of Afterlife, then it doesn't really look like there's much else left here, as this is a schedule for today. And there's more schedule. It doesn't look like they have really anything. They have Q&A, and then like community stuff. So it looks like most of the main stuff that we wanted to hear has already premiered. I just want to see if they're doing voices. If they're doing voices, then we'll tune out, and we'll probably call it there, boys. Just letting you guys know. We'll see, though. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Do they actually... So they're not actually having BlizzCon tourneys now, because I guess that already happened. Yeah, Voices of Afterlife. That's cool. So this is like voice actors, I guess. Maybe not. Oh, it is voice actors. Is that Yu-Gi-Oh? Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh eye? Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh eyeball? That's awesome, if that's Yu-Gi-Oh. Alrighty, boys. I think we've had a fun time watching BlizzCon. You are more than welcome to keep watching. I feel like we have watched the main important parts of BlizzCon, though, the announcements themselves. That's quite a bit of videos for me to work on now. Yeah, I think we are probably going to hear a lot more next year when it comes to WoW for next BlizzCon. And we're probably going to just hear more stuff once 9.05 comes out and 9.1 goes into PTR. There's quite a lot class-wise that we didn't really get to hear, though. Like, exactly what they're going to be doing with soul binds, conduits. They said they want to do more, maybe even add more types of conduits to shape the gameplay. But a lot of it was left open-ended, saying we want to hear from the community in terms of kind of where we want to go forward. So I don't think they have that set in stone. As for the content, they have an idea of what they want to do. The moss stuff, the cosmetic stuff, dungeon stuff, raid stuff, but they're not really sure exactly where to go with the current system of covenants. So I know that there's some tuning coming out for 9.05 for a lot of the covenants and legendaries, and there's probably going to be continued tuning. I was hoping to hear more about Torghast in terms of some of the powers, but I guess we won't hear that until 9.05 comes out, and then they'll start doing info. So we're just kind of waiting. A new mount free, the tree mount? Yes, I think that is free. Everybody got to vote which one they wanted for the community, and I think that's coming out in 9.1, if not 9.05. I'm thinking at least by 9.1. But that thing should be pretty cool. It looks like they have a working version already, and I guess it's only going to be a matter of time until, until we actually get that stuff in there. Characters and Realms official Blizzard official preview. What? Classic players will provide a choice of taking the characters beyond Azeroth through Dark Portal or staying in Azeroth for all time. During the time, blah, 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 blah. What do you stake you? Okay, so they have like a whole announcement on Blizzard official post. Or maybe not. Or either they do. About TBC and the fact that it's coming out. Okay, cool. On patch you'll open Battle.net desktop. Choose which game you want to play, Burning Crusade or WoW Classic. Existing characters will show in both games. Once you've chosen a game to play, you'll select a character. If you decide to play a character in both game types, you'll be able to use optional paid service to gain access to cloned character. So you'll be able to either take a character or keep them, or if you want, you can clone the character for extra. Okay. Interesting. Where is the sign up for the beta for TBC? I want to make sure. Join the beta. Okay, boys, real quick. Everybody that's interested, scroll down to here. WoW Classic, scroll down, kind of closer towards the bottom, and there's an opt-in for the beta button if you're interested in testing out TBC, whether you're looking to play it or not, just for the sake of testing, because they'll probably let you make a max level character there, or at least they'll let you make a character that could start in TBC dungeon or leveling, and you could try all the different talent stuff, class stuff, all that. You can use it there. I know people are going to ask about it for a bit. Some of you guys care about TBC stuff, others don't. I'm going to opt in immediately just so I can play it for myself whenever the beta is up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I think we're going to be calling it here, though. Boys, super fun hanging out with all of you, though. Always fun hanging out with all of you. Let me go to the next song, because that's more chill. A little bit more of a chill song. But yeah. Everyone going to be rocking the stream out? I think so, yeah. People are going to be running around the stream out whenever that comes out. Because that thing looks cool, dude. The fact that it changes with the seasons is going to look great. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I got a video to work on for tonight. I got other stuff I got to take care of as well. WoW stuff. Perfect time to get my arenas done. Or even get my Mythic Pluses done and get out of the way. I want 9.1 PTR so bad. We're going to first... Right now we have 9.05 PTR. But then we're going to get 9.1 once 9.05 is out, I think. So we're not going to hear about it anytime soon, but yeah, 9.05 apparently is in March, so that'll be interesting. So then I'm thinking March, April, May, June, July, August. August maybe we'll get 9.1, maybe earlier. But wait and see. I have 0 inches CBC. I just want to see a horde will be 90% Blood Elf. That's probably going to happen though, isn't it, Hal? It's going to be a lot of people playing Blood Elves. Apparently they're really, really good. Yeah. But anyway, boys, thanks so much for coming by. You guys have a good one. We'll come back tomorrow with the duels. We'll be doing EU as well as NA duels tomorrow. We will see how that works out. Hopefully it will work out well. But yeah, we'll have to do both EU and NA tomorrow, and it should be pretty interesting. We should be able to have access to both the regions, actually, and do duels for both the regions. And as long as the recording software can keep up, we'll be good to go. I got surprised to finish. In fact, I got a pizza waiting for me, so I'll probably check all it here. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Appreciate you all so much watching. There's more streams for BLIZZCON stuff. If you guys want to watch yourselves, you can. I might peep on the Q&A tomorrow, but yeah, I think we'll get the main stuff out of the way. Alrighty, boys. You take it easy. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the duels. Alrighty, boys. Peace.